Mighty Chat, are you excited for an episode of Rotgoons? Tellem's floating!
Oh no!
I pressed the wrong button. I mean, I am a ghost. It's on brand.
Starting off strong. Let's go.
Tellem, no, don't go towards the light.
No, I have to.
Don't do it.
I have to.
No.
No, Tellem, no!
No!
I'm ascending. I'm ascending.
Tellem, no!
Not again!
Oh my
Hi,
God.
everyone. Welcome to Narrative Declarations Rotgoons. I am your host, ZoranTheBear, and I would like to tell everybody who we are for real quick. We are a group of tabletop RPG enthusiasts, lovers, and stuff like that. We like to roll dice and suffer all at the same time. Thank you all so much for coming over to the stream. If you really like the stuff that we do here, like that you see, you can always visit at patreon.com/narrative declaration and our website, narrativedeclaration.com, to find out more about us, the campaigns, and more. But the ones who make these campaigns are the absolutely wonderful players, and we have a absolutely wonderful cast here today. I'll be starting from left to right, starting off with the excellent, the ever wonderful Minerva. If you want to tell them who you are, who you're playing, and where they could find you.
Hi, my name is Minerva. Today I'll be playing Grey Crocus, the Null Ranger. You can find me over at Twitter and Twitch at PartyDemoness. And thank you for having me. I'm excited.
I'm excited to have you here. And I think on your character sheet, you're level 2, aren't you? Level 2 ranger, right?
I should be, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, level 2.
I'll edit it. You're now level 0 now. You're a peasant class.
No, crap.
Perfection.
All right.
Well, someone's gonna have to carry me.
Next up, we have the ever see-through, the ever wonderful Kabhaal.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kabhaal, your favorite frightening caffeinated cult leader and hooded horror host on the petrifying purple platform of twitch.tv. I am playing the level 2 Ghost Magus, Tellem Shabura. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Kabhaal and also at KabhaalVT over on Twitter.
Excellent. Next up, we have our resident little guy, Froggyloch.
Hello, good time zone. I'm Froggyloch. I'm a professional artist and variety streamer, and I'll be playing the Kobold Investigator Beetlezebub, aka Beetles, aka Beetle, aka Bub, aka Bee, aka Book. And you can find me on other social media platforms under my handle, Froggyloch. Thank you so
I'm still getting over.
I'm
My
also
dog
laughing. I'm also laughing because as you were going, for some reason the music decided to start itself. So as you were making your intro, it was like boom, 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 like you're like the boss coming in.
It's just a line.
The castle gates open. A draconic shadow looms over the staircase. It zooms to the open door. It's Beetle there. No pants, bow tie, suspenders.
You hear the feet?
Dark Souls boss health bar appears, and it just continues with more and more names. In real time.
Da 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 da.
But of course, we have the ever towering, the ever artistic, and the ever lovely SaltyJub.
Yes, hello. My name is SaltyJub. I am a artist and mainly an art streamer over on twitch.tv/SaltyJub. And you can find me on Twitter at SaltyJub. And I am typically working with all of these cool individuals, doing cool art for them. And today I am playing Hart, a big chunker of a man who has daddy issues.
Doesn't like to be alone either. Just scared of dark places, maybe.
Yeah.
If you're scared of dark places, why is the hair always over your eyes? You're always in the dark.
It's true.
It's just training arc.
Yeah.
Training to be with the darkness.
I need to be brave for my friends.
So
I mean, one
those
of us needs to be
are
brave.
Those are absolutely lovely players. Now, I want to explain how all of this works for people who may be new to narrative declaration stuff or the tabletop streams that I do and everything. You may be questioning, what is this interface? What's going on? How does all this work? And some details people constantly ask me in comment sections and stuff of how things work and go. First off, we are playing not Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We play Pathfinder 2nd edition. That is the game system that we play. So if you're wondering, hey, where's the advantage and disadvantage rolls and all that other stuff, we don't use that system. We use the Pathfinder 2nd edition system. And the interface that you will see us all play on here for like movement and how the rules automatically kind of go for us and stuff, we use Foundry Virtual Tabletop. So if that's what you're looking for to kind of run it with your games and stuff like that, that is the virtual tabletop that we use. And in addition to the bars that are right below us. So in Pathfinder 2nd edition, we use the hero point system, which means the hero point can re-roll just a D20 result. So the bars that you see below will have numbers on them. And if people donate bits to this channel, subs and everything else or direct donations do not work. But only Twitch bits will activate, and in your message when you're giving a donation, if you do hashtag the player's name, you can grant them a bits or fill up the bar enough to get a hero point. It takes 2,500 bits to fill up the bar, and they get a hero point, and then they can re-roll a D20 result, which you might think, oh wow, that's gonna super they're gonna super be overpowered. Funny enough, the hero points can also cause them pain because they maybe go, oh, I need to re-roll, and they'll roll a natural one instead. It goes either way with a D20. It's just a simple re-roll. Also, every single time you give them bits, I get a little bit of the cut. You know, they keep the total, but I get about 30% of what you sent over to my villain bar. And if you want them to suffer, I get a villain bar. And what I get to do with the villain bar is that I get to re-roll the monster's rolls. So if the monster got a bit of a miss, I get to re-roll it. Get to mess up the players or redo a save. Simple things like that. So in addition to the players' hero point stuff, instead of just rerolling D20, they can also narratively declare if they want to do some cool roleplay stuff. All they have to do is just say, I narratively declare that there's a tablecloth there that I could pull over and I could use it as like a net or something, or cool stuff like that. That is how all of that works. So you guys are ready to suffer?
Absolutely.
Wait, what? There's suffering?
I was born
Yes.
suffering.
You went through that whole spiel, and all I could think of was, stop praying for my grandpa. He's too powerful. Like, y'all are helping us, but you're also helping Zoran. So it's just like,
The orderlies can't contain him.
He's too fast. He's too powerful.
And before we start, I want to give a shout out to the amazing artist and also the people who've really helped put all together. First off, I want to thank Thurston, or On-Call GM, for really helping me behind the scenes for things and stuff. He's the one who game masters Rotgrind, our other show and stuff. I want to give a shout out to him. Please follow him at On-Call GM. He's been extremely helpful, along with his partner, To Tell Stories, who has been absolutely a joy to work with, who's really helped out with all the stuff behind the scenes for narrative declaration, PDFs, things like that, which we provide on Patreon and everything. They've been extremely helpful, but also to the two amazing artists who's been really helping out. Froggy did all these VTuber avatars.
yeah.
Froggy destroyed her hand to help us.
She did.
She
She
doesn't
put a
need
lot
it
of
anymore.
work
It's
into
fine.
it, and she absolutely crushed it.
Oh, damn. Oh my gosh, your tongue's on collar. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh!
So please thank Froggy for being
golly.
super generous and really helping out the show. They pop out with these awesome avatars. You can see us talk and stuff and everything. They look amazing, Froggy. So thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, well, thank you. Ah!
Oh, thank
Aw,
you.
shucks.
Oh, shucks.
In addition to the artist, SaltyJub also did a lot of amazing pieces of art here for the show as well. You will see them as we go out through the adventure. I want to say thank you, Salty, for busting your butt off and really just helping out with the show and stuff. Like, please, if you can, please follow their channels. Please show them support. They are amazing individuals, and they really helped what today is to be. So thank you to both of you for being amazing artists and individuals. You have been absolutely superb. So thank you so very much.
Yeah.
Thank you,
you.
Salty.
We stand our artists and the staff that all help make this possible.
Absolutely.
The
Yeah.
funniest part is that I only drew characters, and I don't know what they are actually going to be used for.
Yeah, that's the fun bit. I told Salty, going like, here's some criteria, and then Salty has no idea what's going to happen with them.
Draw me a peasant, and I drew a peasant, and then Soren laughed. And
Awesome.
Zoran's just like, this would be
Make
the
the peasant
antagonist.
buffer. Why is the peasant buff?
It was more along the lines that Soren said, draw me some peasants. I drew some peasants, and Soren like, I like this one. I'm gonna use this one. And I sat there and I felt fear in my heart.
This peasant is about to like jump out in a dungeon and rob me.
I'm just afraid that one of these peasants is actually just a hag in disguise.
The peasant boss. Yes.
Your children will be undoing, Salty.
I do not fear death.
So with that,
I welcome it. I
everyone-
wait for it.
With that, everyone, are you all ready to go on an adventure?
I'm ready to be grinding to the rot.
Born to adventure,
Wrong.
forced to shit.
I was, but then after that, I'm not so sure anymore. Can I just become like a baker and open up a shop now?
Yeah, you and
Oh,
me
yeah.
both. Let's go.
All right,
This is
cool.
not-
All right, we're gonna
This
be
is the entire
bakers,
campaign
man.
now.
All right. And as a disclaimer and stuff, trying a new music system, so please forgive me if it's like, what happened? Yeah, but as
What
we
happened?
begin, which scenes for you all, so you all have a lovely little.
If you're a ghost, you can't make the bread. I'm a magus. I've got mage hand, mage bread.
Switches here. Can you all see the scene?
Yeah.
Ooh.
SaltyJub did this piece, so excellent work.
Yeah.
Salty!
That's so cool.
He
Yeah,
said, "But
sorry,
you tried."
podcast viewers. As we begin, rumblings of visitors from a strange kingdom has awakened waves throughout the city of Outset. People have been saying a giant airship that flies with no sails has arrived, and has sent the citizens abuzz with rumors and speculations for what these strange visitors are here for. But our story doesn't start far up in the sky, or to the edges of the city. No, it starts far below in the Pons Palaster, a poorer district. A poorer district compared to the rest of the city of Outset of a million faces, where gangs fight for dominance and its citizens do everything they can to survive on the scraps of society. Walking along the wooden ruined stone walk is a small individual who's holding at their little tiny grippers a note that summarizes to, if you need more work, head over to Elma's. Froggy, as your little pitter-patter feet begin to walk the ruined stone walks and onto the wooden walkways, what would someone see looking at your character?
Oh, goodness gracious me. What would you see? If you could see him at all, he's very short. He's easily missed. But this is a kobold who looks like he went through a taffy puller. He's quite ugly as far as kobolds go. And he's dressed like a gentleman. He's trying to, make the best out of the situation, the cards that he's been dealt. So despite his physique, he's dressed nice and clean. He's got, his suspenders for his belt and no pants. And he's holding his note in both hands, and his little feet are going like...
These are little pitter-patter, just...
yeah, little wet slaps. Maybe more like this.
Short legs, needs to walk faster.
Little fanny pack on his butt's bouncing around.
Like one of those running lizards that get up on
Yeah,
their
yeah,
hind
yeah.
legs, just flapping legs.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So as you continue on, we see little Beetle begin to disappear into the slightly green fog of the Pons Palaster. I almost said Greens Palaster. That as it's smoke and fire everywhere. And As we see you disappear around corners and such, someone coming in of another direction, someone who seems to be nearly floating along, nearly translucent, who's also holding this piece of note, who also summarizes, if you need more work, head over to Elma's. All of you, some of you need money here in the Pond Splash, and a lot of you don't have a lot of currency to your name. But what would someone see floating along the ruined places here, down the poorest parts of the city of Outset? What would they see, Kabhaal, as you float along?
So, out of the green mists of the Pond's Pilaster, a spectral figure drifts along over the cobblestones, his feet never quite touching the ground. People might think it's a hallucination at first, but they will notice that if they look closer, it appears to be a specter of what appears to be a Quan Shear man, dressed in the flowing robes and the cloths that allow people to survive and thrive in the desert heat. A veil of chainmail covers his face, and two glowing eyes peer out from behind a veil, a shield strapped to one of his arms, and what appears to be a sort of strange blade at his hip. As he may drift past people, and they may look at him, because the Tyrants Guild employ the undead. It's not a particularly, unseen sight to see, the restless souls wandering the streets. They may notice that there are two arrows sticking out of his back as he drifts past, and he looks down at the note and always seems to have a hand at a coin purse on his hip.
We see your character float along and also exit through a corner, still heading to Elma's. Or is it another perspective? We see another character, someone who's used to surviving here or surviving in various wilds, and his entire objective is to live, eat, and hunt. Respect. For someone who gained that impression seeing them. Minerva, what would someone see as they see your character stalking by?
They would see an elderly gnoll padding along, looking down at this piece of paper. She currently has a green cloak pulled up around her nose. She does not like the smells down here. It is not very good. She has her fur spotted with scars and patches of silver. She's had a long life. It has been a tough life, but has been a fulfilling life. She's getting a look at this note that she was given, and she's like, yeah, need more money. Sounds about right. She continues to pad along. She sees all sorts of things. She hears these things, but ultimately she has a goal, and she's not paying attention to anything else.
With your goal set in mind, you continue on. Then we switch the camera over to a towering individual, with long black flowing hair. SaltyJub, you too have a note in your hand. And how would someone perceive you as you walk over to Elma?
A man built what is best described as a small ogre is walking down a street. This is a man he's probably human. By all means, there is no sign of anything else that it could be, except the fact that his proportions are so off in a hyper-muscular, yet rounded and softened way that he appears human at a distance, and the closer you get, he gets a bit uncanny. A feminine face, painted lips, stuff like that, and a hair that billows not like a set of hair would, but more like a tuft of smoke from a smokestack. He's dressed like nothing else in this city. He's wearing things like a loincloth, a pair of sandals, and outrageous ornaments, such as a shoulder pad with a massive grimacing face on it, and a cloak from some great feline beast. and he looks at his little note that is so dwarfed within his massive mitt. And he goes like, "Oh, I get to see my friends again."
That's true, because all of you have met before. For those who have seen your sessions here, so you've helped the Elmas before, especially with a rat problem. But that rat problem did quickly spiral into that of a draconic nature. I think Hearts, for reference back to that, which no one needs to go back and watch if you think you're missing anything, that you sold your findings and your riches and spent it all on wine, I think you wanted to say.
He is actively lugging. Hart is homeless. Hart has nowhere to live. Yet he lugs around this prized possession, this economical intake, a 6 bulk barrel of wine.
Oh, gee. Oh my god.
As you all continue on, Beetle, you seem to arrive in front of Elma's first, and you know that Elma's is a kind of mixture of an eatery and a tavern. You know, it specializes in fishes, some very weird. Some of the fishes even have multiple eyes, which seem odd, but still, regardless, you know, it is very tasty. As you reach there, you also notice Heart coming in as well, holding, what was it, like a giant casket of wine, or did I mishear?
Yeah, exactly. It is specifically a butt worth of wine. That is an actual measurement, everyone, and it's like it's a dwarf in size. Like it's a like a 3-foot massive cube, just filled to the brim with wine. It is specifically 12 golds worth of wine.
I thought you said it's a dwarf of wine. And I was just like, it's a dwarf butt of wine.
How'd you fit all that wine in that dwarf?
An entire
has
dwarf
ruined me.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
When Beetle sees Hart coming, he throws the little note in his hand, tosses his grippers up into the air over his horns, and goes, "Brother!" and then starts running up towards Hart's ankle, and his whole body, like when he runs, his gait gets really wide, and his whole middle kind of looks like a bowling ball on a seesaw. Like he's just running the very wide gait, and slaps out, and then he just, and he closes his whole body around Hart's leg, the ankle portion specifically.
Beetle has squash and stretch, but in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hart gets a little bit. He gets some tears in his eyes, if one would notice, and he leans down as this little creature, this little lizard-like being, is flopping against him, like up towards him, and he holds out his hands, ready to catch this little being, and would lift him up if he is allowed, and he screams, "Dearest brother of mine!"
What you got in there?
He starts laughing a little bit. It's a butt worth of wine.
Beetle looks left, looks right, looks up at Hart, kind of pushes his eyes up against Hart's forehead, so his eyes are like bugging out and like kind of curving in towards where Hart's eye sockets would be under his hair, and he's like, "Did you say a butt wine?"
Yeah, a buttload.
Oh my god! Oh, that's what. Wait, how much? Wait a minute. Are you coming back to the fishery for work? Is that what you spent all your money on? Hi.
He lifts up his note like, maybe.
Beetle drums on his pec.
You wanna ride there, bro? Are you going there?
We're basically here, but heck yeah! That's 2 meters and I don't gotta walk!
We do our secret handshake.
That,
we do our secret handshake.
what? Describe your secret handshake.
I absolutely will.
Put you on the spot.
The handshake starts with Beetle helicoptering their tail. You can hear the bones going crack, 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 crack. And then Heart grabs the tail, does one whole jump rope with it, and then we dome heads, and then we high-five each other, we tickle each other's fingers.
Yes, woogity, woogity, woogity.
Yeah, woogity, woogity, woogity. We chest bump, I go flying into orbit, do a flip, come back down, and then Heart catches Beetle, yeah.
Yes.
As you do your incredibly secret, now in the public handshake, we now turn to Gray, who's now arriving, seeing this wonderful display, who now enters into the scene.
I am padding along. I see the two, and I am happy to see them. The smell of them helps immediately block out the fish smell, because that is a lot of wine. That is a lot of fucking wine.
Everything smells like booze.
Huh. It's been a hot minute. You two doing well?
I am doing great. Looks at Beetle. Looks at
Beetle.
Crocus.
Beetle's hands are up above his head.
Lifts hand, waves. Hello.
Greetings again, respectable elder.
Please just call me Gray. Please.
I have missed your presence, Elder Gray.
Just Gray?
I'm sorry.
Just Gray?
Constant reminders of the elderly part.
Are you healthy, Grandma? Are you taking care of yourself? Did you save your earnings from the last time we killed those rats? I've still got this painting of an adventurer on a horse. And I pull out my painting of an adventurer on a horse and I show it off.
Oh, that's very nice, dear. That's very nice. Yes. I reached out and I pat Beetle's head. You two
Spent
here
over
for
gold
work?
in a Roth IRA.
Yeah. Beetle's slit eyes saucer into discs. As he's looking at his dog Grandma.
So you two are here for work, yeah?
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, we're missing one, if my senses are correct. You should be coming here soon.
Yes, as you present your painting to Lean, you can spot valuable piece of artwork a mile away, more than likely. And it draws you in. It's close to Elma's. And that is what you see as you enter the scene.
So Tellem drifts out of an alleyway, not in his normal regal stance, as though like he's kind of fixated on something, and as he seems to not be paying attention, he is in kind of a more unnatural posture. It seems as though like limbs are skewed, head tilted at an unnatural angle as he examines something, very much a pose that only the dead and the boneless could possibly adopt. And when he looks up and realizes that this is a picture that Beetle is holding, he straightens his posture and adopts a more business-like manner and looks at all of them and is like, "Ah, my fortuitous friends, my companions in coin. It's so good to see you again. I assume we're here to perpetuate more profits."
Lift up my little paper and I wave it around.
Beetle also goes to lift up his paper, but he forgets that he threw it away and it's now somewhere halfway down the street, so he just looks at his empty palm and just grins.
Hard lifts up his paper as well.
Tellem will roll what appears to be a spectral coin between his fingers, and he's just like, "Ah, it's always good to have those join in the pursuit of coin."
I missed you guys. You look sleepy, Tellem.
Sleepy? No.
You look sleepy. You're
No,
a little
no,
transparent there.
You could say I'm the restless dead.
I'm regretting meeting up. I'm regretting.
Boo! Boo! Beetle climbs
We had
down
a
and
good-
goes home.
We had a good campaign. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
I'm so excited to see Thelma and Elma. Thelma has the cutest glasses.
As if right on cue, the door to Elma's eatery opens, and you see a squat half-dwarf woman appear in front of all of you with darkened sunglasses, a bit of cloth holding back her wizened hair. She's brandishing a knife as she's cleaning blood off of it, where you see bits of blood also on her very much used apron. She comes out through the door, looks at you all going, "Why are you all making a bunch of racket in front of my eatery?"
Elma! What's on the menu?
Fish as always, dear. You get my note?
Yeah.
Yes.
Liam will like raise his
Good.
note above all the others.
Yes.
Excellent. I got something big. We got something real interesting coming around these parts, and me and my wife's gonna make a lot of money with this operation. Hope you all like making money as much as we do.
And fish.
Oh yeah. Hart puts a hand towards his chest like to present himself. Looks over at Tellem like, "Watch this. I've learned." And then looks down at Thelma and goes, "I am a investor in pop economics." Looks back at Tellem with a smile like, "Yeah, did I get it right?"
Wink, wink, thumbs
Tellem
up.
does a small little clap, and he's just like, "I always appreciate a venture capitalist."
One needs to support their local businesses.
Right.
Thelma
Go to
looks-
work.
Yeah. I hope it has
Thelma
to do
lo-
with that boat that's flying above the city. You guys see that? It's so cool.
You saw that coming by, didn't you? Yeah, I don't know what it's all about, but here's something's big. Yeah, come inside. We'll talk business inside away from. She looks left. She looks right down the side of the eatery. She's like, "We don't want any prying ears listening in. Come on, Elma's waiting for us." And you'll see that Thelma will pitter-patter inside and bring you all along. Give me a moment as I switch scenes here.
I love that artwork for Thelma.
I love
Oh,
her
yeah.
so
Thought he
much.
did such a good job.
Oh yeah.
She's so cute.
I am very proficient at drawing old people.
Is she gonna serve you a fish dish? Is she gonna stab you in the gut? Who knows?
Both.
But she will call you Wazowski.
Wazowski.
Always watching adventurers. Always watching
Pathfinders.
Oh my god.
As you guys enter inside, you see quite a lovely scene. Have you seen? You see only a couple patrons inside of the eatery today, but you see that its main dish, as for the adornments on the walls and such, are fish. Fish and any other various mystical meats that are commonly found in the Pons Palaster. All of you will kind of basically know that you probably don't get a lot of quality things here, but you know that the Elmas have been quite resourceful. You see that Thelma will motion you all in and be like, come on, Elma's waiting, I'll meet you out back. As you all enter inside, you will see another short individual. All right, pulling up
smells so
there.
good in here. I love
Maybe leave
fish.
that word.
Bro,
You'll
same.
see another individual appear before you.
She's so cute.
She's so cute.
You see another half dwarf old wizened lady who's wearing a bit of like a cloak blanket over her shoulder, kind of like a shawl like thing. She's wearing beautifully adorned gloves, a lovely dress put together with a belt. Her large earrings are paired with wizened ears, a bit of a couple buns for her hair. And with her in basically think of like forgive me. Apparently the
She's
music's going to
Yo, give me
God, the
grandma.
system's weird. You know, it's got to a whole entire explanation. It's like, yeah, I'm getting the groove, and the music changed. What happened?
Oh no, not version.
That's what happens.
Version.
It's what happens when you do this live and the technology breaks.
We're doing
Hell
it
live.
live.
With
Everything
hell
live.
white and
live.
gray hair and a couple
Yeah.
buns kind of put together to keep it away from her face. Think of like a think of like Spirited Away grandma with this one.
Yeah.
She looks at you all. You go like, oh, it's so good to see the exterminators finally arrive. Oh, it's so good to see you all. You still have that elongated snout, don't you, doggy? And she pats Beetle.
Beetle's entire body like squishes under the pat, like just like accordions.
I have no idea how he does that. I have no
the
idea.
Kobold is liquid.
She'll then come up to you, Gray, and go like, "Oh, I see Gray's in season this time of century. I keep up
Of
with
course.
that coach." And she pat, and then she'll come over, to Hard and go like, "Oh well, it's like I see you're still as muscular as ever. It's like I hope you've been putting some of the brains to good use though." She'll pat you, you know.
I
it's like, "Oh,
am
bless your
work-
heart."
I am trying to work out my brain. Yes, haha.
He's an investor now.
Thank you for the for the compliment. Haha, haha. Nervously looks away, sweating.
Or she'll go to Tellem, and she'll look at Tellem and the rest of you and be like, I assume you're here for payment. I see your financial advisor did help with the last job. Seem to be back for more.
Of course.
She looks-
I'm living my best death.
Good. Now, but please explain to them, so I need to go ahead and get them all, and maybe some beverages. What would you all like?
Fish.
That's not a beverage.
Oh. Beetle
a fish.
accordion deflates.
Put a fish in a glass.
Yeah, Beetle re-inflates. A fish in a glass.
Water,
Minerva will
please.
politely like raise a hand and decline for obvious reasons.
That's right. She goes,
Just water.
No. She looks at you, Tellem. No, of course. But what would have been your favorite drink when you were existing?
He kind of leans back for a moment, and he like strokes the veil covering his face. He's like, that? And it's like he kind of just like dazes off for a second. He's like, that's a good question.
You don't remember?
That life is a funny thing once you cross the veil.
How about some juice?
You like juice? You can't drink it, but you can smell it, right?
Let's go with that.
I'll let you smell like fish.
We do have some exotic, exotic brandy. I mix with various fruits from the Sandlands. I'll get you one of those. Gray, what would you
Just
like?
Just water, please.
And Heart?
Looks at the massive barrel, looks back at her, starts sweating a bit more.
Oh, you
I'll
brought
take-
that for us, did you? Oh, that's such a lovely gift.
Yeah. Puts it down in front of her. Investment in the private businesses. He laughs
Oh,
so awkwardly
wonderful.
that everyone knows that he is so much like afraid of this little old woman.
You
I
see
believe
that
that
she
Squirt just
will.
lost his butt.
Oh no.
Yeah.
She coming for that butt.
She will.
Yeah,
She will
yeah.
pat. She'll
Let-
pat the butt of wine and look up at you hot and go, "Oh, thank you so very much.
Yeah,
I will bring
let
this
me-
over."
Let me help you put it in the back. You don't need to do it.
Oh, I'm so thankful such a strong man's going to help me out with this. Look how kind he is, Elma. Yeah, real
He picks up
helpful
the
that
barrel
one is.
and picks up the barrel and walks along with her. Could I have the,
Put it
some of
right
the
there.
brandy?
Put it right there.
Okay. He puts it down. Could I have some of the brandy, please?
No, not before we figured. I don't like it there anymore. Could you please put it over there, please?
Okay. He keeps on putting it where like she wants. If she beckons him over, he will go over and help.
Okay, shove it a little bit more that way. She will mess with you the entire time.
Yeah, of course.
And after she's done with you, she'll get you all your drinks and hand it all in front of you. But she'll intently slide it in front of you, Tellem, and go like, and she'll look at you and go, enjoy. And then she will pitter patter away as Thelma
Hart
comes
looks
up
at
to
his
all of you.
very small glass that he has traded away.
She has provided Gray with water, Tellem with that exotic brandy, Beetle with a fish in a tankard, and Hart with just some water.
Beetle elbows Hart and goes, nice investing!
Thanks,
He seems
bro.
he seems to be genuine. He seems to think that you've actually done something strategic here. He has not picked up on the fact that you did not mean to give away your butt at all.
Yes, that was very generous of you.
Well, I mean, life is hard in the Pawns Palaster, so.
That was one of my own. That was my one investment. I have no more money.
Oh.
Not that
Uh-oh.
I don't. I think I have a grasp on how money works now.
So are Helma and Thelma like kind of distracted while they're doing stuff? Or-
Helma has now left. She's now
Okay.
going back to go deal with some things and some customers. Thelma will motion you all over. Gotta come into a back room. Yeah, take your treats.
Sweet.
Yeah, Tilly will like motion to Hart and like point to the brandy glass. He's like, you can have it.
Looks at him like, bro, seriously?
And Tilly just takes a hand. He just passes it through the glass. He's just like,
True that though. Here, he takes the brandy glass and then he puts the water glass down for Tellem without thinking about it.
One day he'll understand, Tellem.
Tellem,
One day.
do me a
No.
favor.
yes.
Roll me. This might seem like a weird check, but roll me an acrobatics check as you pass your drink over.
Okay. Wait. Hold on. There it goes. Okay. Acrobatics. And oh wait, I need that window open. There we go. I had the wrong window open.
Okay.
So many windows!
20.
And I
As
rolled
you-
a 14 for a total of 20.
Dang.
Awesome. As you begin to pass the glass over, you see that it kind of like drips a little bit, but you notice something odd. You notice something that normally is you, because you are a ghost, if you try to enjoy drinks or something like that, it would just pass right through you. This one, like you kind of spilt just a tiny little bit on you, and you notice it stops on your hand. And as it drips off to the side, as you pass it to Hart.
Flame just kind of like sits there and like looks at it and like lets it run down his fingers. And like doesn't mention it to anybody else, but he's just like, that's not supposed to like he's muttering, he's like, that's not supposed to happen.
You say something?
No. Let's continue on with business.
Yeah, come
Hey.
on, brother. We're gonna go
Hey.
and put in the room.
Backwoods.
Beetle shoves the fish in his mouth and leaves the tankard behind. It kind of clatters over onto his side as he jumps off the stool and runs towards the back rooms, going on the fish.
As you
Dude.
gobble it down
Swallow.
and head inside, you'll find yourself kind of more like as you enter, it's a very different contrast of like very cozy eatery tavern type area to poker night. into this back room. You see that still a hint of smoke in the ceiling and just random things of cards and the scattered chips on this table. And she invites you all to sit down. Like, yeah, don't worry about the chips. It was game night last night. Just take it, sit down. I got a proposition for you.
All right.
Takes a seat.
Yep.
Sits on the floor.
Pulls up
you
Beetle
also-
into lap.
Sleeve just hovers. He just hovers.
Just get off the floor. Stop it.
Nah, it's good to have you back. We have an opportunity here to make some good money, but we're gonna need some nifty folks to kind of help us out with this plan. So you've noticed that there's some murmurings going on about the big ship that just arrived, right?
Yeah.
It looks so
an
cool.
airship.
Yeah,
It's probably
a lot
not-
of those. Not a lot of
It's
those get seen.
It's
Go
probably
ahead.
not a ship.
Huh?
Ships go in the water.
I mean,
What's really that different between the air or water? Right? Am I right? I mean, you ingest both.
what? Do
when
you,
it
do you eat air?
comes to magic, things can oftentimes work differently, Hart.
Saying that the boat is a wizard.
More than
It's a
likely,
wizard?
there was wizardry involved.
A boat is owned by a wizard.
Anyway, what about it?
Yeah,
Yeah, what about-
regardless though, that ship's got a lot of people talking, especially us. And one of the things, we got a bit of a hint that a little something's gonna be going on soon before it gets announced to the city, and I think we can get capitalized by starting early on it. Gonna have a parade.
Ah,
Apparently
a
there's some
first
big
mover's
shot.
advantage.
Apparently there's some big shot inside of that ship, and all over in Queens, they're gonna hold a parade over there or something, kind of like a welcome to the city thing.
So we're gonna make a floating ship too?
Nah. Here's the thing. There's gonna be a lot of people in there. There's a lot of people, and so you'll know what Queens would be as another section of the city. Probably more layman's terms of what it's actually called. You see that you see a lot of people gonna be there. And we
Do you wa-
specialize in food goods, and I think it'd be really good of us to get a cart going, get a nice little food cart going, and sell a whole bunch of fishes, sell a whole bunch of little bits and bobs as well. You in?
Oh yeah, dude, I love food. I love food. Food is great.
Fish cart! We can put the fishes on sticks!
This is going to be the least violent way we've made money in a while. That'll be
Fish
nice.
sticks!
True.
We might not even have to kill someone.
You put the fish on a stick, you can sell it, they can carry it by the stick and eat it off the stick!
Actually, when you say that, Beetle, I might know a few ways to prepare a few fish dishes. Easily transportable, cheap to make.
Beetle
Yes.
looks at Thelma with the widest eyes and the widest open mouth, like thumbing at Tellem. Can you hear this guy right now?
I can make one of the very cheap and easy to make on the go breads from my home region, and we can put the fish in it.
Yeah, I like how you think, but that sounds really good, but the issue is that we're really low on product. Yeah, we really
Fish?
need a lot more we need something that's more pizzazz. We got fish, but we need something that's more bang for the buck. We need things that kind of really wow the crowd, So we need you.
Grab their attention.
Yeah. So
What do you have in mind?
that's the thing. It's really hard to kind of find some good spots around here. As some of the hunting spots, me and Elma, we're not good for hunting. We're good for running things, not hunting. So we need you to kind of look around and try to find something. Try to find some really interesting items to cook around. Any ideas you got, we're all for it. And for your payment, I think it's something important to go with. We'll pay you 70 gold each. 70 gold each for doing this job for us, getting it ready and running the cart. What do you say? And for context, as gold in various fantasy worlds are different. Gold in the Pawns Blaster and even in the Outset's a lot of money. You don't see a lot of people just carrying gold. It's mostly going to be in silver or copper.
Well, yeah, the entirety of the Pathfinder system is like, gold? What are you, rich?
Beetle Pog Champs?
Hopefully in the future. No. maybe may or may not be character goals. No. Rich, yes, please. No. Tellem, he has one of his spectral coins, and he has it between his index finger and his thumb, and he's like rubbing it between his fingers. And as he leans over the rest of the party, like sitting down, it's like, well, Madam Elma, it just so happens that you've come across acquisition specialists. I'm sure we can get the job done.
Is that what we're calling ourselves?
Yeah.
Like Tellem like looks over at Gray, just like kind of winks. It's just like, I mean, we are very good at finding things.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
He's like, that's good. Yeah, let's get a couple more drinks, you know? It's like, hey, Vina, get over here. And you'll see that a small little Yosoki rat folk dressed up in a barmaid's dress, carrying a bucket. Bucket and a sort of like a sponge. You see that she seems to have been cleaning before she came in. He comes over and goes, yes, what can I get you, Thelma?
Oh, she's so cute.
You gotta get a couple ales around, you know. Let's try to make our new associates here, you know, business associates. She winks, you know, the little lightened up before they get to work. He's like, oh, okay, He's like, I'll do so. I'll be right back. And you'll see that she will exit real quick. And for description of people just listening, think of a cute little mouse rat folk person, kind of in the barmaid's dress, mouse tail, everything else, as she kind of pitter patters away, going to get drinks. She'll quickly return and hand everybody stuff as she kind of waits by the table, patiently in case ordered to do anything else. And Thelma will look at you all and go, "Aye, well, seems a lot of you got a good cooking ideas, but you got any ideas where we can get some product? Because we don't really got a lot of variants here at the eatery."
I'm trying to
stares over the table towards Gray.
Yes, I'm thinking.
Hart opens his peepers a little bit. You can see him through his hair.
Terrifying.
God.
Could
Put those away.
use my society skill to think of some things that would be acquirable within the local area, that would possibly fit the bill of like what we might be looking for?
Sure. So if you're wanting to kind of look inside your character's memory of mind, if all of you can kind of do this for me, you can think of society. If you're like, hey, where's my like a marketplace maybe, or maybe someone sells some things here and there. Maybe you could try to find a way to get some money and try to buy the stuff. Or survival, if you're thinking of like, what around here in the Pawns Blaster would really, where would I look for this type of stuff? Where would I find things to hunt? Like where would creatures lay? And so if you guys want to roll me those checks.
Yes, I would like to do that for survival.
Everyone can if you're trained in it.
Can I roll cooking lore?
Cooking lore might not be best for like, probably would give you the same information kind of like what society would be, to like where to find some stuff, or maybe inklings of information where things come from, but where to find them.
Hard isn't educated.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me cooking. Go ahead and roll me cooking.
Nice.
I'll give you information related to it.
Nice.
So I rolled a. Oh god, I got a 25 on my roll for society.
Go ahead, Gray, and roll me.
All right, I'm gonna roll for Survival. Oh, I rolled a 13 total. That's great.
I got a 20 on cooking lore.
And I rolled a 23 on survival. Beetle is specifically thinking of places that he's seen things that are edible with many legs, maybe an outer hard shell, specifically of the insect type. He's like, where have I seen some big juicy grubbers? That's specifically where his head is at.
Beetle is actually the only local in the group, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
As you guys all kind of ponder around or so, for those of you who got for the society and cooking, you know there are market areas in the city of Outset. And in the Ponds Blast, you probably think that there's various places, but they probably sell mostly like easy to capture stuff or whatever various hunters may go around and find and sell to them. You probably don't think it's like something that's going to really wow people. Finding exotic things seem to be very difficult for a lot of those markets to grab a hold to and would be very expensive. So, you know, getting them fresh would be really good option and cheaper. So you don't have to raise a bunch of money and hopefully get it for a good price. Okay. For Beetle and Gray, you both with your checks for mostly Beetle, because you've been a resident here in the Ponds Blast for a while, you know that there are hunters that go around and basically try to find this type of stuff. They know really good spots here in the Ponds Blast. Or they know where various like maybe bat-like creatures hang in, and where they cook them and skin them alive and such, or various other little critters all throughout this like tons of ruins and things like that inside the area. Where all those little bits and bobs where they know where those critters hide. So if you found one, that would be where you would go. You don't know exactly where those hunting spots are, but you know that's where you probably would look.
Okay. Beetle will do the Canadian whelp move where they slap their knees and look at the group. Wow.
Yes.
I know there's some nooks and crannies and caves. Remember when we were going through that alleyway and a bunch of spiders came out of a bunch of holes? Now, hear me out. So, Mama Beetle, Mrs. Beetle, she used to make delicious grubs that would be stuffed full of, like, bread and onion and stuff, and then they'd have the crunchy shell on the outside. We could put that on sticks, too. Now, I know it sounds nasty, but it's a delicacy nearby, and, like, not even just kobolds enjoy it. And also, in these same like nooks and crannies around in the depths of our region, there are these the flap rats. Flap rats with the grippy feet, little grippers.
Oh, the grippers.
Grippers.
You kids and your terminology.
What if we put a rat? Is that what they're called? Flap rat?
Called grippers. But I like to call them flap rats because that's what they are. Flap rats with the grippers.
What if we put that on the flat bread and we call it a flap bread?
Oh, yeah. And we can make leather shoes out of the wings.
Are you talking about a bat?
Yeah! Yeah, flat bread. Gripper. Bat.
Let's call it a bat.
A tomato.
No.
I wouldn't want to eat a bat.
Considering the we could possibly dress it up.
Yeah.
People wouldn't have to know that they're bats.
Yeah. Now, I don't know where these holes are, but that doesn't mean we can't. I mean, lots of people pass through the tavern. We could find a hunter.
Excuse me.
Everyone turns to face the little mouse.
Yeah. Everyone turns
at the mouse.
Hired killers looking down towards this innocent little mouse.
She seems terrified and she's shaking a little bit, and she's like, there's actually a hunter here right now. He's currently eating right now.
Really?
You could go and ask him.
Has he paid for his meal yet?
He pays after he's done.
Oh no. Do you think he'll pay less if we disrupt him? You should ask for the payment, and then we'll go bother him. Yeah.
Or
we
could
could pay
be
his meal.
generous. There you go. That's an enterprising
Beetle starts tapping his own
move.
dome. Pay for his meal.
That's what we call an investment. Ha ha. Looks over at Tellem, right? That's the right use of the word, right?
Salim gives like a shaky thumbs up. He's like, you have the spirit.
Thanks.
He's gonna get it one day.
Beetle had gotten excited in the middle of that and raised his little gripper, but everyone had continued talking over him, so he just raises his other gripper and self high fives.
High five myself, no friends.
I reach over and I pat Beetle's head. Good job.
Jello kobold.
Oh, right, yeah, let's go talk to him. Beetle hops off of Gray's lap.
Oh.
I'll
Well, there
join
goes
you,
my-
brother. And then he walks after Beetle.
Oh. I look towards the towards Vina, nod, thank you, and then I run after Beetle.
Did Vina tell us which person it is yet?
Nope.
Talim will like lean down and look at Vina and be like, could you please direct us as to which one it is so my friends don't bother all of the patrons?
You can see outside of the door, Hart and Beetle pointing down at someone. Are you the hunter?
Start interrogating people. Vina will look at you, Tellem, and she will say, he's the old kobold back in the corner there. He's eating with I think 2 other ones.
Talim will like nod and graciously bow to her, like, thank you very much. I'll make sure that this favor will be remembered.
And as soon as you're leaving her and everyone's heading out the room to go find this hunter, right?
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
go and I'll wrangle these two and just be like, no, that one.
As you're leaving, Gray, you hear this. As you're leaving, she goes, I hope he leaves a good tip. And she kind of grabs her cleaning rag all nervously.
Oh.
Yeah. So as you all go back out into the eatery, you'll notice there's like not a lot of patrons around here. There's like a couple people just keeping to themselves of various walks of life and ancestry. But importantly, what you see is an old kobold, and old kobold sitting with two younger kobolds. But as you guys kind of look at them and begin to approach, I would like all of you to roll me a perception check.
How old are we talking?
I'm talking like pretty old. Like, I don't want to put a number on it, but say
Just a
definitely
raisin with a
past their
tail.
prime, past middle age at this point.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 for a total of 17 on perception.
I rolled a 12 for a total of 17 for perception.
I rolled a total of 23.
I rolled 21.
Nice.
Oh, black cat.
We're gonna start. I'm gonna do a favor for chat. I'll do a favor for chat here. I'm gonna get the rollable area inside the frame so chat can see the 3D. Sorry about that. What happens when you do a live show? My bad.
We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
Yeah, there you go. So the dice will go
Beautiful.
behind the overlay. My bad. So as you guys, as you all begin to walk through, you see this fellow. You see a wizened old kobold.
Oh
Yo.
my god.
Wizened
Oh my
old
God, he's so
kobold with dangling threads of hair kind of hanging off of him, along with an elongated mustache. You see that his scales have not been in his prime. He seems a bit squatly, wearing a cloak and a very fancy looking, slightly fancy for the puns, blaster shirt, more like a tunic that kind of acts as his pants as well, and he has a cane to his side. But with all of your perception checks, all of you notice that him and his 2 other companions, who are also kobolds, seem to be in an argument, kind of hushed, but not doing a really good job by being silent. You hear one of them going like, you see the old one going,
Yeah, it's all both of your fault. If you both of you did your jobs correctly, would have got more money from Croc's Den. But of course, all of you decided to mess it up. We could have been richer. All thing we got now is this coin we stole. At least it'll pay for some of the escapades you don't.
and of course you'll see he'll kind of bonk both of them on the head, and one will go back. As he bonks both of them. As you guys approach, he'll, and I assume you guys have not made it there yet, but how would you like to approach him?
Are they sitting in a booth table, or are they sitting on stools? How are they sitting?
Sitting at a round table, all of them sitting on stools, and the two other kobolds are kind of side up with the old one. Kind of close. They're not like spread apart. They're kind of close on one side.
Beetle will start taking stools that are empty from nearby tables and pushing them up to these kobolds' table.
Tellem will actually look over at Gray and be like, "You're a hunter. Perhaps you can make a good first impression."
Here's the thing about being a hunter like me. You're on your own. Socializing is hard. We need someone a little more... No. No. We need someone a little more approachable. Friendlier.
Looks down at Beetle.
Beetle climbs up into one of the stools that he pushed up to the table.
Takes a sharp breath, even though he very much does not need to breathe.
Brother, you got this. Thumbs up.
No one else moved to join Beetle at the table.
That's it.
So
We're just watching.
No,
Oh my god, Beetle! So Beetle pushes up enough seats for everyone else, and then is the only one who sits at the table with these other kobolds.
Well, Tellem will stay floating next to Hart, and he is flipping the coin between his fingers, trying not to look menacing, trying to look very amicable.
Hart wishes to stand behind Beetle
Chad.
as to... Okay. Is there
No, my
stuff
bad,
going
no.
on?
No, you're good. I interrupted you. My bad. Keep going.
Okay. Hart will stand behind Beetle as to give off the aura that I work for this small kobold.
Gray will come along the side onto the just to the off the side. We'll sit down at the table if it's okay and is given the A-OK to do so.
As you all approach, you see this wizened kobold will look down and look at all of you, going like,
There's plenty of other tables, right?
Yeah, would it be okay if we came over to talk to you a little bit? Also, hey, that looks really good. You here? And then he's gonna pull out his coin purse and he's gonna dunk out some coins onto the table. Here, wait, let me cover that for you and for you guys, Mick. And then he's gonna start pushing the coins over between the three kobolds.
Gotta respect your elders in the professions, you know.
Gotta respect your elders in the professions, which is what I was hoping we could pick your horns about.
you see the old one left around. He's kind of listening to the two to his sides, and one of them goes like, "What's the ugly one here? That one's nose looks kind of weird."
You're like, that one, like that was, it's not stout like ours, it was stout like. Is it one of the other ones?
They look at you weird, and Gibbo would look down at the what coins do you put down on the table, Beetle?
I put down, let's say, 6 silver coins.
6 silver, okay.
Yeah,
You hear,
so
you
two
hear
in front of each.
everyone else who does not know Draconic will only hear like, you know, that's what you'll hear. So I'll kind of go around the table, kind of give people interaction stuff. As this is kind of you socializing with a NPC, I do want to remember the cool thing with Pathfinder Second Edition, or a thing that I at least encourage. One of the things that happens a lot, especially like Medina, that you have to have a face of the party who's like, I have high diplomacy and stuff. I'm the only one who's going to talk. Everyone can contribute in a way. Your skills don't limit you as much as you may think. if you have knowledge in something, like say for example for like survival or nature or maybe crafting to like determine a thing of an item or that you can, if you use that knowledge and you role play through it, you can use that as a role instead of just always diplomacy, deception, intimidation.
Yeah.
Feel free to be inventive with that and use your skills a bit more broadly. So
You are
always try to keep that in mind.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Soren, but you are also a fan of generally presenting attributes for different things sometimes, right?
Yeah, like something that helps improve the role play aspect of it. I'm okay with your skills being a little bit more flexible. So as you all kind of approach, allow a Tellem next. Did you want to say anything to the? Because you see the Kabhaal's looking at the coins, going, yeah, back.
So Tellem will be standing next to Hart and behind Beetle, and will like motion to Beetle. It's like, our associate here is looking to maybe strike up a bit of business, and we're hoping to find people with specialized skills that may want to join us on a potentially profitable, and he emphasized it, venture. You see, we're possessed of various skills, and I will roll for thievery to the coin that Tellem is rolling through his fingers to palm it and make it, like vanish and then like bring it back out again. And but we need those with specialized knowledge who are enterprising individuals themselves.
Sure, go ahead and roll me through for that. I'll allow that.
Okay. I've rolled a total of a 13.
Awesome. As you do so, you see that the Kabhaal's kind of like, man, you kind of gives you a little half. You have to use the hand.
It's very casual palming. Very lazy, very, very casual, just, a slight display. Not my best.
You'll reply going like, wow, I do like money, and well, if you're going to pay for my meal, it's going to help with my sour mood. So thank you
Sour
for that.
mood.
Hey. It's like, hey, Tip and Pip, get it. Tap. And you'll see that he'll clap at him, and you'll see the two little ones will just scoop up the silver that you put down. So minus that amount of silver from your inventory. They go,
Yeah.
It's
I already took it out.
that'll get us enough food for the month. Thanks.
You're
Sour
so
mood.
welcome.
What happened? What's got you so sour?
Oh, nothing. That's a couple business arrangement kind of fell through the hoop. You know how it goes. Yeah, yeah, boys, yeah. Yeah, back.
Mick.
Oh. Anything? Nah,
Go ahead.
Nah, never mind.
Tellem will lean back. He's like, the halls of business are filled with many daggers.
Yeah. And
You never know who's going to cut your purse strings or potentially stab you in the back. So it's understandable to be in a sour mood.
But you don't have to worry about us doing that. See, we're just here to ask about. We're interested in possibly researching the flora, the fauna, the fauna of the deeper regions of our home. The caves full of the grippers and the nippers and the creepy crawlies.
I see.
We're looking
You
for
wanna
locations.
know.
Yeah, now we know that you are apparently a hunter, so I was wondering if I could maybe find out a good information on a good spot that we might go to study these things. Don't worry, we're not hunting competition or anything like that.
Well, the issue is that if I give you one of my spots, it's,
No. We're researchers. We're not competition.
Roll me diplomacy. Oh, actually, no, you're lying. So a deception.
I am. I am full of lies.
The kobold sits upon a stool in a throne of lies.
All right, let me roll. Here we go. That's gonna be a 15.
you see he'll lean back a bit, and he'll go,
Well, you see, even if I let you, try to get one of my hunting spots, it could be less for me. Those are my spots.
Did it say that in the common tongue?
common tongue, so everyone can understand.
Hart points at this elder and then like nods, semi bows, a very small amount, but still, he's an elder as well, which,
Of course.
Scary. Old people and magic and stuff. With all due respect, we are looking for the things that are in your hunting ground, but hear me out. Is there a place where you usually wouldn't go? Because it's usually maybe too dangerous for a hunting party.
Or if you're aware of maybe you have a competitor in the business, maybe you know where their hole is, and then we could go in there and study their quarry.
Yeah,
something that ventures more on the side of exotic, you know.
Tasty, special, a true showpiece.
To study.
And also, you can probably claim that you have, hunted down the thing. If anything, we're not the ones to, neglect it. If you want to be in on it.
But in on our studies, we're not taking any of your hunt. We're not taking any of your hunt. Beetle fucking puts up a little clapper and fucking kicks Hart in the thigh.
Bro, what?
You'll see he'll kind of lean back a bit and go, go ahead. All of you go ahead and roll me diplomacy as you're trying to after they're trying to like, hey, we're cool.
We're cool.
For those of you talking
We're
to
cool,
him.
bro. Hello,
That's an
fellow
11.
hunters.
Yeah.
You'll see this kobold.
I got a 6 in total.
Anybody else want to roll? And
Diplomacy, not my strong suit. I do straightforward dealings.
How about this? I could just pay you for the spot for a second. If that's
pay me,
cool.
huh?
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
Let's cut
with
the
your
bull.
diplomacy rolls, you find that you're not making a lot of leeway. He's looks like, nah, I'm not taking that stuff. He's like, yeah, whatever. I know how this game works.
Yeah.
Well, if you wanna, you see, with hunting spots and stuff, you're gonna have to, you see, if you know the spots, that means I lose out on money. You might drive them all out. The spot might become even popular, so, yeah. So how about this? 100 gold. Could get you a lot of money knowing a spot. But I think I know a good one, right, boys? And you'll see the look both of his kobold companions.
Beetle's gonna adjust his bow tie and say, "If your spot was worth 100 gold, I don't think you'd be eating down here, sir."
Roll me diplomacy for sass.
Yeah. Beetle gets punched in the fucking face. Oh, no!
Remember that you have a hero point.
Oh, I want to use it. I want to use my hero point. I'm
You use
rerolling.
hero point. Hero point.
Yeah. Come on.
Hero
come on,
point
come
for
on.
sass.
Oh, come on, sass. Fuck
Not
me,
much.
17.
As he looks to you and he's like,
What, you don't think this is a good place? You don't think this place is fine? I mean, you don't know how much I earn or so. You don't know how much is in my own
What was
coin
that?
purse
You were-
even away. This place
You're not
seems
wearing
kind of
any
nice to me. You
pants.
calling this
Beetle's
terrible?
Points. You're not wearing any
Neither are
pants.
you.
Beetle points. Well,
Neither are you,
I'm not
points to
making
you.
I don't got 100 gold, so I know you don't got 100 gold. Beetle
No, I
shuts up.
heard a little bickering earlier. Something about a den and how you didn't quite get as much as you wanted. So I think you'll take whatever you can get.
He looks side to side.
There's nothing I said about that. There's
My
nothing.
ears don't fail me very often. So, what do you say?
It's just hearsay. You know, like, and
Without
Have any leverage on them? Anything you're gonna?
how about
'cause,
a
like,
gold
no,
each
You know
for
that.
each of you?
Did all of us hear them bickering about it, or
Yeah, all of you heard it. All of you heard
okay?
it.
Yeah.
Could I roll underworld lore or stuff about Croxton?
Absolutely. Gray, do you still want to give up 2 whole gold pieces?
Yeah. Like if they're gonna keep bitching and trying to fight us.
They've already consumed 6 silver pieces, as a reminder.
I mean, I still have my gold from when we did our own thing.
Kobolds are slimy little liars.
Oh.
I would know.
All right.
I got a just a 10 on the roll for underworld lore for Croxton.
Okay, so you slide over the 2 gold, Gray. And he's like, yeah. It's like, look, we know nothing about anything about Crocs, you know, like it's just some seedy looking den somewhere, you know. But even with your 10 though, surface knowledge, you know, Tellem, that Crocs is it's kind of owned by a gang. You don't quite know with your chick, you don't know much about the gang itself, but you do know that Crocs is sort of like an underground casino area. You know, it's not illegal here, but you do know that it's kind of kept off to a little bit to the side, you know, where a bunch of people kind of go to and fro to gamble their money away.
Is it the diamond in the rough kind of place, or is it super seedy?
Kind of, it's a little more seedy.
Okay.
Do we know? Was I able to with that lore know like which gang runs it, or
You do not know.
okay?
Yeah, so
Oh,
minus
damn,
2
that
gold.
does-
Minus 2
it
gold.
doesn't give
We'll
me
get
any
back-
knowledge
we'll
to
just
work
take
with.
the money. We'll
Yeah.
just take the money. Like, well, you'll know from the checks that it is owned by a gang and stuff like that. You know, a gang's involved. You don't know which gang it is, but you know about the den stuff. But he'll take the
Yeah.
2 gold. Like, yeah, thanks.
Awesome. So let's see. I'd like to remove.
100 gold still my price. 100 gold still my price to know all about the hunted spot.
Well, I hope the
Well,
money we've given you
98 now.
helps you out. Yeah, helps you out. I guess we'll wait until the next hunters come in and then pick their brains. And then
Cool.
when our research is super successful and we publish our papers to the Great Mages Guild of Flumsergenberg, then we will pay them for their help and not you. Mm-hmm.
You gonna roll me an intimidation check for that?
Beetle's adjusting
Can I-
his book.
Can I aid Beetle in that by putting my
sure
hand
can.
down and staring down at these guys?
Could I also aid Beetle in it by looming and being a freaking McGhost?
I would love that because my intimidation fucking sucks. I'm just a little guy.
So how
I would
about this?
also
All
like
of
to
you-
intimidate.
Yeah, all of you roll the intimidation. Because you're all aiding all together, so we'll kind of bring in some of the bonuses there with the aid stuff from Pathfinder Second Edition.
I rolled a total of 3.
I got a total of 15.
And I got a total of 14.
You'll see the kobold kind of shrink down a little bit. Go,
Look, I don't want any trouble, okay? Look, okay? We'll, how's 10 gold sound, okay? Like, we don't need any papers. You just keep it hush-hush, okay? Because I still need to use that spot. You know,
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
some good stuff. Stuff's in there.
You already took 2 gold from me.
Yeah.
Clap his hands together and like his glowing eyes will smile and it's like 8 gold sounds like a wonderful deal.
8 gold, then.
and of course, he will he'll go. He'll send to his 2 companions and they'll all scramble and get a bit of parchment, and they will begin to dot down a little vague map or so as to where to go in the kobold, in which from some explained you'll learn that his name is Gippuk, and he will basically explain things like, you gotta go to one of the sewer mouths near the sinkhole. You know where the sinkhole is?
We're
Yeah.
unfortunately familiar with it.
We're very familiar.
The more detail you give us, the better.
For the audience, the sinkhole is where in the city of Outset there are various pilasters, pretty much big pillars or tower-like structures that line throughout the city. But in the pond's pilaster, there is not one. There is nothing but a ginormous hole in the middle of the section of that city, and that's where the pond's pilaster would have stood, but is now lovingly referred to as the sinkhole. And he points over and saying, "You got to go down this area. There's a bit of a rickety path inside, but it'll get you inside one of the sewer entrances. The juicy morsels in there. Scattered it out myself."
All right.
You're phasing.
Yeah, Tellem, you good?
Godfred, okay?
He does that sometimes. It's when he gets anxious.
It's when he gets too stressed out.
He's anxious. He wants to get going.
It's a ghost
He-
thing you wouldn't understand.
You
He
wouldn't
can sense when you're lying, so you better not be lying.
I just like a good business deal is all.
Beetle screeches out of his seat, like just pushes the chair along the floor so it screams and then hops off of it. Okay, let's go.
All right, who's paying him?
All right. Well, I already gave him 2.
I have no money.
Beetle's leaving.
Tellem!
Beetle's not going to pay them. Beetle's leaving.
Huh? That's it? They left you with the bill?
You don't have to pay them. You can just leave and see what happens. But that's
You
not
see
Beetle
Giphic
saying
has
that.
his little grippers out going like, where's my gold?
So
Tellem, you
he
get 4. I'll give the rest.
still has the map on his side of the table and he has his hands
Yeah.
out like, where's my gold?
Beetle's as Beetle gets up to leave, Tellem will look around like, I believe we can fairly split this.
Beetle.
Oh. There's Beetle turning around and coming back.
So Tellem will fish around in his coin purse and pull out 4 gold, and they are very spectral coins. And he has to hold them in his hand for a minute, and he holds his hand over the table, and after about what is it, like 5 minutes, a minute, I forget what it is. Essentially, they become corporeal again and fall through his hand onto the table.
They're just staring at you for 5 minutes going, is it gonna drop yet? Or like,
It's just like, it takes a moment.
During
Beetle-
those,
okay.
during the
Beetle
5
pulls-
minutes, Heart is going like, "I'm sorry that I can't do this. You guys can take the gold out of my pay later. It's fine."
Beetle pulls out a dented silver bowl. It was previously filled with what he thinks is water, and though he's not sure the worth of it, he knows for sure that it is silver, and he puts it down on the table, and he goes, "There you go, that's worth 4 gold."
All right. Good transaction, everybody. He'll scoop it all in.
I'm gonna grab that map.
He will hastily kind of gather his things and begin to leave the tavern with his companions in tow.
Did he give us the map?
I
He
grabbed
left
it.
the map on the table.
All right.
Beetle starts giggling. That bowl's not worth 4 gold.
Holds up a
And-
hand to receive a high five.
Yeah, high fives, Heart.
With that, Giphic is gone, along with his companions, and with that, you now have a vague map of where to go. What do you do?
I'm leaving silver for a tip for Vina. I'm leaving 3 silver.
Oh,
Beetle watches
Heart-
you do this, and then takes out his painting of an adventurer on a horse and leaves that too.
So this is the moment when we realize that the person on this painting is actually like this is a lost piece of art that
Yeah.
was forgone for many eons, and now this one little mouse has
Yeah.
one of,
Rich AF.
Yeah,
is like, this is going into the family investment fund.
yeah, the painting is worth 2 gold pieces. FYI. There you go.
Bang. Oh,
I like
bang.
how Chad is just like, this is a quest item and cannot be removed from your inventory.
I'm cleaning my inventory. You have no idea how many weird, obscure treasure pieces I'm carrying. Like, I'm getting rid of them all right now.
Beetle tries to throw away the painting, reappears in fanny pack.
Are you sure you want to delete painting of an adventurer on a horse? Yes.
Froggy, Soren did mention that when you obtain this, that if the right collector is found, it's worth more.
Oh well, it's Venus now.
Yeah, it's Venus now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys do now that you've left a tip for Vina?
To the sinkhole!
Get a look at this map and on our way.
So, do we know the timeline that we're working in for about what we want to set up the everything and like that?
You mean like what time of day it is? And
no, like timeline, like how many days do we have to go out and acquire these things that we need?
From details, you can go ask Thelma about it.
I was actually going to ask the Elmas about if we can borrow like a push wagon, like a large wheelbarrow. Because we don't know how much stuff we will get.
Yeah, to summarize for those details before you all leave, you'll know that you have a good while. You think there's going to be like several weeks minimum until this parade is even put together. You know that parts of the city of Outset is abuzz with activity trying to prepare for this thing. So you have some time. You have some time to gather things, to go through stuff. So you feel you could be a little leisurely with your time, getting all your stuff together.
Okay.
Cool.
One of my 8 adoptive dads once said that you should take your time and plan ahead for the course.
How many dads?
8. I was raised by 8 dudes because my dad left me among 8 dudes.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
So which dad did you come out of?
I don't know. Not one of those.
Who had you?
The big dad, who
They weren't all big?
No, they were like dudes. Like, like you and me, like people. My big dad left me amongst my 8 other dads.
So the tallest dad sat on the egg.
I think so.
Beetle. There was no egg.
Beetle looks confused.
Heart is not a kobold. There was no egg.
Beetle looks more confused?
Beetle, I actually don't know if there was an egg.
Beetle looks at Heart? Beetle looks at Gray? Points? You guys pulling my tail right now. I would appreciate it. I've got this old map actually still here in my pocket. Of a strange looking dungeon. Can I see that map to see if they're at all related? I don't even know what to do with this piece of paper. Maybe we can find
look at the piece of paper and it's all smudged.
Yeah, it's just bullshit. It's like just logograms and fucking cave scrawlings. I'm like,
makes
it's
no
a map.
sense anymore.
Feels
So
like
with that,
maybe in our free time we could visit a cartographer.
Never mind. But with that, what would you guys like to do? Where do you guys like to go?
To the Elma. Ask for a push cart.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Can we borrow a push cart for like a week?
Push cart, that's it. Goal.
But you'll see the Helma will come up to you and go, "What are you asking for, dear? A push cart?"
We
Yes.
we have a lead on where to acquire something more exotic.
Yeah.
We'll need something to carry those things around with.
Yeah. In case it's, big. And Hart holds out his arm like, big.
Yeah, well, we do have a pull wagon that you can take. It's in the back.
Ah, we can't use that. That's pulled.
But you can also push it if you're smart enough. I know you are, Hart. You still tap your arm.
So he just puts his head in his hands. It's just like,
Watches Tellem's head go through his hands.
no, my head is incorporeal. It doesn't go through my own hand.
Shh, let me have this joke.
It's my
I
bit. Don't take it away
facepalm
from me.
so hard my hand passes through my own head.
You got pouches, like bags and stuff, like a potato, like a man-sized bag, if anything.
Like you'll see, she'll hand you guys some bags and such to kind of help out. Like it's like, wait, be sure to bring those back.
Of course.
I look at all of everyone else. It's like, would we prefer to set out now?
I want to follow my dad's teachings and prepare. I just don't know how.
Well, I suppose what we could do is we could leave the bags and cart here for now. We could go scout the area, see if we do find any leads, and if we do, then come back, retrieve said bags and cart, and then make a venture deeper in.
This is a good idea. Let's get a sample.
Depends on if the thing we are looking for is... You know what? I'll carry it. And he takes like a potato sack bag or something. Like a big
Art.
old bag.
Right now, we're just going to check it out to see if there is anything and we're not just having our tails pulled.
Yeah, but I don't know if, maybe we will find something nice.
All right. It's up to you.
Is this man-sized? He looks at Thelma.
Yes.
Nice.
It's perfect for bodies.
Great.
He nods and agrees.
Tellem will look at the bag, look back, Thelma, it's just like, she's right,
Yeah, it is. That's why I asked for a
Alright.
man-sized bag.
I guess we could go take a look-see then.
Touches grippers together. Sinkhole.
Sinkhole.
Right. To the sinkhole.
The sinkhole!
As you all gather your bits and bobs and various containers that the Almas give you, you all begin to head towards the sinkhole. And with that, let's go ahead and take our first break.
Break time.
Break time.
We will be right back, everybody.
We follow the kobolds down into the alleyway. Shake them. We shiv them repeatedly with our letter openers, and we take
Beetle,
all the
no!
gold that we paid.
Exactly. No. See,
After-
Froggy is right. This is the
Put the
this is
dark
good
in the
course of
dark
action.
fantasy.
Guys, they can hear us again.
Wait, what?
Yeah. What? What?
Don't look hard. Don't look.
Oh, hey, guys! Welcome back to Rotgoons!
After that murderous tendency, one thing I'll remind everybody in your character sheets, make sure you're fully healed and got your spell slots, focus points, all that, by the way. Make sure you're healed up.
Oh, shit.
So
I
But that you
finally
guys-
remembered what the different icons on the character sheets mean.
good. After leaving Elma's, where it previously has been happening, you guys have head over to Elma's looking for a job, and the Elmas have proposed to you to kind of get materials like fish, like food stuff, knickknacks, anything you can find to help sell at the cart for an upcoming welcoming parade that is going to be happening here in the city of Outset, because they think they can make lots of money. After looking around and getting a suggestion from Vina, the ratfolk waitress, that there was a hunter who might know a good place. After some intense negotiations with that kobold, you found the spot is one of his hunting spots. You have made your way through the Pond's Plaza over to the sinkhole. It is a very perilous, pretty much giant sinkhole in the middle of the district. And as you begin to walk your way down, climbing over various rocks and coming down to a platform, you find yourself.
This is just not a. This is not just a typical hole, right, Soren? Like the entirety of this area is like it has become its own biome, right?
Only the edges have some living dwellings and such around it. In the middle of the sinkhole, there isn't like a huge city or whatever, but around the edges are like little dwellings and such. But where you have come down is where one of the sewer bits have broken away and water is gushing and pouring out. Now, if you can't see anything, it's probably because it's also very dark. You've kind of gotten here near the dead of night, as it's taken you a while to get here. For any of you who may have torches or anything else to kind of light the way, it would probably be a good idea to.
Yeah, I have a torch. I'd love to light one up and then pass it to Hart or Gray, whoever's closest to me. That's Gray. That's Gray. Just because you're taller. So it means more if you're carrying the torch.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll activate a torch on you. There you go. Now you can see.
Now
Hooray!
Torch out to my inventory.
Yay, shite.
Nice.
Nice.
Trying to get a look-see around. Can I
I'm try to get you some fun ambiance. We'll use this one.
Let's see what OSHA violations and delicious delicacies we can find down here.
OSHA, never heard of her.
What you see
Don't worry, Hart.
before you.
You will. You're an investor.
You see before you as you'll climb down is a very poorly put together bridge of various planks and bits and bobs slammed together to make a very precarious bridge heading over to the entrance of this hunting ground. You worry that you might fall at any moment. But with the light that Gray is holding, what do you all do?
This is why kobolds don't live very long. Is it possible for me to keep my little grippers and my little peepers peeled for traps as we're going down this very rickety fucking stairway?
Absolutely. And what I will ask all of you to do is, what are you doing as you're heading forward and as you're going to be exploring through the area? In which, for you, Beetle, since you've already proposed that question, go ahead and roll me a perception check. This is going to be something that you're just kind of default doing as you're going around and keeping an eye out. With that, for everybody else, as you're going around this area, you got a natural 20. Good roll.
Nice.
Yeah.
We take those.
Yeah, we take those.
Jesus.
Give me a moment as I mark you down, if you don't mind. Give me a minute.
Beetle Sherlock Holmes it and just and finds the exact pinpoint trap right there. Pulls out crossbow, shoots it.
He does the thing where he holds up his hands and flips them over to make them look like glasses on his face, and looks directly down at the ground as he's walking.
Does a part of the eyes like out?
Yeah. The eyes are like exploding out from between the fingers, or like bulging out.
I can't believe that Beetle is a non-Newtonian liquid.
I can. I absolutely can believe that.
Yeah.
Gray.
Yes.
As you're walking through here, like think of it as like this, the role that I'm asking about. As you're going through this area, what are you doing? Are you like keeping an eye on things, like looking for traps, or like listening for stuff? Are you constantly looking for like traps, maybe, or like tracks, or like any signs of life, or like?
Yes.
Okay.
I am. I'm kind of like slowly swooping the torch around to like keep an eye on like all sides, while bracing myself and trying to listen for any possible skittering or flapping. Because it's dark. It's heckin' dark.
With that, go ahead and roll me a survival roll for me.
Mm-hmm. I rolled a 14 total.
Excellent. Thank you, music, for switching sounds. I have no idea what's wrong with this damn thing. Every time I'm like, okay, cool, we're setting production, we're do this, we do great. Why did it change? I didn't even tell it. I didn't even tell it to do something else. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we'll just be this now.
Okay, I guess it's just gonna be like
EG was the music system.
The music system
is taking initiative.
The music system leans over and
little-
goes, no, Soren, you don't get it. This is totally a Harry Potter-esque scene.
It's
need
different.
that
It's
kind of
different. Okay, so I will now ask Hart, what are you doing as you guys are progressing over this bridge?
He's busy chanting to himself, don't look down, don't look down, don't look down, don't look down. He is a 320-pound man walking on these ledges. This is the moment, in Dark Souls, when your feet are standing outside of the railing, yet you are still on it. He is like awkwardly taking steps, like
Floating hitbox.
Oh man. It's got nothing on the jump puzzles in 14.
Yeah, he is straight up like walking, and now and then you just hear the loudest creak since it echoes out throughout the entire like hole. And then if you ever look back to Hart, like you can just see that his hair is sleek along his body, no longer flowing because it's dripping with sweat.
Hart just puts a foot down. You just hear, and he's just like, oh.
Yeah, he has the face of a man who has seen his death 40 times. That is the thing. The brave Hart is now literally like afraid of his life every step he takes.
So roll me a perception check, please.
I don't want to look down. I don't want to look down, Soren. I don't want to notice anything.
Rolls one. You looks down.
No! I got a 10!
All right, you're keeping an eye out, trying not to fall through the cracks of this rickety bridge. Tellem, you're floating just fine, but what are you doing as you progress through this area?
Sorry, I had a sour gummy in my mouth. So this is obviously like a bridge that's been made out of like various planks and stuff like that. So Tellem seems absolutely like unbothered by it. He kind of like almost I say
Wait,
almost, but like very much like ethereally, like he drifts along, and you would say that he was even sure-footed if it wasn't for the fact that his feet don't touch anything underneath him. And it's almost like a kind of how do I was trying to like word it better, but like almost like an acrobatic, like progression down the
You're trying to be
down this bridge.
light in your way. You're ready to kind of bounce away. You're trying to maneuver your way over something. Yeah. So go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check.
Yeah. Very, very flowing. Let's go with that. I was like, don't name drop, acrobatics. Fuck.
It's okay. It's okay to say what you're doing. Like, I'm trying to do an acrobatics thing.
Yeah, I rolled a 16 for a total of 22
Excellent.
on the acrobatics check.
Excellent. I got you written down now. All right. So with that, feel free to move forward.
The ghost does not understand
I'll stop you of any interest.
Chance is like, the ghost does not understand the gravity of the situation. I don't understand gravity.
All right.
Yeah, you kind of float.
Is
have a
forward
5 speed.
towards
The left.
towards. Okay, yeah. So Hart has to move forward.
Yep.
Go ahead.
All right. Start scooting.
That's far enough, right? This
No,
is far
we need
enough.
to keep going.
Let's go!
We have to keep going.
You gotta do it for your friends, Hart. You gotta do it for your friends. You gotta do it for your friends. Do it for your friends.
The wood creaks under your feet the further you go. The one part creaks the most, Hart.
It's my
Roll
spine.
me a reflex save.
Oh no!
Soren, you can't do this.
I definitely can do this, Hart.
I
wish to use my hero point.
Go ahead.
Use a hero point.
Roll a hero point, Hart.
Those of you at home rolled a 9.
Oh.
It is
I
Where did you
somehow.
roll?
My total is an 11. By the way, everyone, I'm playing a monk, meaning I have no bad saving throws. Yet I rolled a total of 11.
But if everyone else wants to move up a little bit,
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
right. Hot, you begin to walk forward a little bit, and you notice one of your legs goes right through, and you begin to scramble a little bit for any sort of anything to grab onto, but you successfully grab onto something. And your feet still touch a little bit of wood bearing that's right underneath. You don't fall. The wood underneath caught you of how haphazardly this is put together. The randomness saved you.
Bro, careful!
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying so bad.
Don't try and stay in one spot.
Try suck. Think like thoughts. Think like thoughts.
Think like that! Suck in your gut!
Just keep moving. If you stay in one
Yeah.
spot, it's likely to break again.
Yeah.
Tiptoe!
Yep.
Go!
Yep. He gets up. He slowly climbs up. Very slowly climbs up. As he keeps on walking forward. There's no planks next to the wall here.
You can go through just fine. It might look haphazard for the thing. You can go through just fine.
Yeah.
Continue to keep moving forward, but as you get closer, you begin to hear rushing water. Ahead of you, you see through the dead of night and past your light, water just torrenting out the side of the wall of the sinkhole.
Oh, man, it's just like
of it,
Minecraft.
though.
It's a water elevator.
The smell, though, just assaults your senses. You don't feel you need to make a save of those of you in the living realm to take in the smell, but yeah, you know you're near a sewer entrance. And you see broken stone at the mouth of the entrance, and the
I'm
wood
taking
bridge goes right to the entrance.
I'm grabbing my cloak and putting it over my nose. This is stinky. Hate
Yeah,
it.
Is that
Beetle
is that
has a soap bar in his backpack and he takes it out and puts it in one nostril and keeps going.
Hart throws some shock in his face, and then it plugs up because he's sweating. So it falls off, so it does nothing.
Tellem is completely unfazed and continues to flow along the planks.
Hart throws himself from the planks onto solid ground, lands on top of it, and clings to the wall. Ground, never leave me again.
As you go through the entrance, you see that you're within a broken, shattered parts of ruins. The walls here do seem intact enough to still be functioning as a sewer outlet, and conveniently for the city, it goes right down into the sinkhole itself with all that water waste.
Ugh.
Smell that, guys? There's
Unfortunately.
there's definitely gonna be a creepy crawler down here.
As,
A succulent, delicious, stuffable, creepy crawler.
Oh yeah, no,
Yes.
like crabs live off the weirdest things, yet they are delicious.
Exactly! It's like a, crab. Think of it like a crab.
Ground crab.
Crab!
As you begin to head forward, you see over to your right, light. Seems very odd, and as hard as you round the corner, and anybody else who does will also see a tattered rug kind of acting as sort of a welcoming mat. Of course, you see a sign right by a crudely constructed wooden wall. You can even see light past the wall itself. A friendly-looking lantern lighting the way.
Hart leans down and pokes Beetle's head a little bit. Hey, bro. The map doesn't say anything about people living here.
Beetle turns around and looks up at Grandma.
She looks down at the map, giving it a good once over. maybe this is his base for down here?
Yeah, maybe he stores his tools and stuff in here. Ooh. Do you think?
Maybe.
We should check if the door is locked, and then if it's somebody's house, we'll just apologize and leave, and they'll understand. It must
Tellem will-
happen all the time down here.
Tellem will pipe in from the back and is like, "We are in the Pons Palaster. It is a poor area. In the poorer districts, people will take refuge wherever they can, regardless of the city. You shouldn't be too alarmed."
At least they have a home, you know?
What's the plan? Do we go and check it out, or do we want to keep going?
I mean, if anything, maybe we should tell them that we're here, and if any sounds are made, it's just us.
That would be polite. Yeah, we don't want to freak them out.
Yeah.
You said
Yeah,
there's
let's
a
do that.
sign on the next to the door or rug or whatever.
You do
Zoran?
see it. You do see a sign on the crudely constructed wall there.
Go up with heart.
As you head up to the wall itself, everyone who gets close enough to it could see that it said Hollick's Place.
Ah.
Coin welcome.
Oh, this isn't Get Buck at all.
Is this a shop?
Looks like it. We should still let them know if they hear any funky noises. It's just us. We're out here scrounging around.
All
Garden
right.
clothes
Slurping.
in even the deepest places.
All right. Well, yeah, let's
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
Beetle gives
Uh,
Hart an expectant look.
Hart steps away forward, and he opens the door.
It's the Pons Blaster Sewer gift shop.
You can buy your own little Baldric, bobbleheads.
Oh my God!
Buy our
want
shit!
I want plushies. Let's go.
I'm giving Novuto the credit for that joke, who said, a sewer's a gift shop. They sell the best shit around. That's fucking funny.
That is good.
That's really good.
I have a mighty
but Phil-
need.
So, Hart, you're heading up to the door. Do you just open it or what?
Yeah, knock on the door.
It's like as you knock on the door, you see that the door is kind of barely held on there together, so it kind of slightly
Oh, God.
opens.
Oh.
But you see, but you can see through the crack that you've kind of made that lantern light's there, and you hear like and you hear like various like clink, various like glasses and stuff kind of clatter past the wall.
Hello, hello, citizen. We are here on
Mr. Cops!
business.
I don't have any taxes.
No.
You hear
Dude,
from the
dude,
other
dude,
side.
Hart opens the door when he's called a cop, and he takes a step in and goes, "I ain't a freaking cop."
Feel free to open the door and step inside.
Heck yes. He opens the door, takes a step inside, and goes, dude, I am not a cop.
Shopkeep dies of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And he holds up his hands like, but there's no one here.
Yeah, if everyone can feel free to go in behind the curtains that you see, you'll see a wiry fellow who will step out from the curtains. He looks a little like
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, I love him.
He's a stinky little man.
Oh, they're all so cute.
you see before you someone who comes out from the back. You see a boiling cauldron of green stuff and pretty much giving a green emission from it. You see a man. You can notice him to be sort of half elven, with wiry afro-like hair, one side white, the other side black, and wearing a cloak and very bits and bobs on him. He's wearing a wide brim witch-like hat that you see, but the one distinct feature, as one of his buck teeth that he's having, is that he has no nose. Instead of, or in place of a nose, is a wooden nose. It's kind of strapped along his face with rope or a little tiny string. He'll come up to all of you, or come out from the curtains, go, "Hi there. It's so nice to get customers as of late. I haven't
Oh no.
had any customers for quite a while.
Might have to. Well, we were actually just coming in to let you know that if you heard any strange sounds outside, we're actually just scrounging around out there. So we just wanted to let you know you've got nothing to worry about. Sorry to disappoint you.
Strange sounds, you say. And he has this weird gait where he's kind of like, you know, when you walk on the front of your feet and get your heels up a bit, he kind of walks like that a little bit, as if he's kind of like he's kind of half tiptoeing at you, and his hands are out, kind of like slunched down a little bit. He's like, there's a lot of weird things. He rubs his hands inside here.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Do you have things we're allowed to hunt and cook?
Oh, there's a lot of things to eat around here. Some of them are dangerous. But I do warn you though, things are a little weird here.
Art's ears
No.
perk up at weird and dangerous.
Tellem is deeply intrigued by this eccentric fellow and kind of like will skirt around the side and past Gray and even like up next to this guy and kind of lean in and is like, weird and dangerous, even exotic.
Yeah, like the
yes.
spicy stuff, dude.
Yes, a lot of things are exotic here in the tunnels. So what are you here for? I am Alec.
It
I
says so
sell
outside.
various liquids that usually help people, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
A snag in your business? Well, perhaps we could. And Tellem will like look around for everyone, at everyone, and is like, perhaps some enterprising adventurers may be able to help with that. Dear
yeah.
shopkeep Holic.
Investing in local businesses.
It's hard.
It's the one term that Tellem taught him. And he's using it for things that maybe shouldn't be used for. But so far, it's worked.
Beetle looks a little off-put, and he's kind of just scratching at the soap in his nostril, but he doesn't say anything, so he just listens and keeps staring with his bug eyes, scratching at the soap in his nose.
Well, what is a snag? Maybe we might be able to assist somehow.
Yeah, what's a snag? Can you eat it?
Oh,
Yeah.
I would appreciate the assistance. I can help with various concoctions if you help me. I have my workshop in the back is currently occupied.
Occupied?
That's a problem.
I gather reagents from a passage not far down the hall or in the tunnels, and with those reagents that seem to have gone a bit sour, so they're very vicious. They bite and they claw. I would love some help to get rid of them, as I'm just little old me. And you see he'll bat his eyelashes at you all.
Beetle retches in the background.
Tellem will
That is an action.
excitedly rub his hands together. It's like, so you dabble in a bit of the alchemical arts. It's like, interesting.
I'm
Oh, damn, you-
self-taught.
Tellem, you're saying that this is a spice trader?
I'm saying that Holic here and I may have more in common than initially thought.
Mmm.
So, go take care of the things in your workshop. Right.
Yes.
I think we can spare some time to help with that.
Yeah,
Look
especially
around
if
at the
the
others.
things might be tasty.
Oh, believe me, you probably don't want to eat these particular specimens. They've gonna be rotten.
Okay.
Oh, okay, maybe not. I mean, we'll be quick. We'll be quick.
We have plenty of time, right? We have time.
Yeah, Beetle will take out his crossbow, load it.
Yeah, dude.
All right, where is this?
I'll help out a fellow spice enthusiast.
Spice.
I do in spices, one of my specialties. But come to the back room. You'll see that Holic will motion over and show you all to a room back here.
This
He'll
is a
kinda
Dark Souls NPC.
He will sit in back of.
Definitely is.
He'll sit on one of the crates and he'll take his staff that has a little lantern dangling on it, and he will point over to the door and be like, "In there, I must ask of you. I have a precious darling inside. Please don't harm her. She's the cornerstone of my business."
Will we be able to tell her apart from the Rottens?
Oh, she's quite beautiful. You won't miss her.
Okay.
So wait, what were we getting out of this again? You and Tellem are gonna talk about spice? Okay, fine.
Dude, spices in the food.
Tellem will wave at Beetle like, yes, I'll handle the business side of things.
All right.
I can't believe that we're doing deals with the Rotgrind version of patches.
At that Zosha, he says, "May I ask of a favor when you go in? I'm going to, I need to lock the door. 'Cause if you can't handle it, I need to make sure they don't get. I'll hand you the key, though, just in case."
Beetle will come forward and put out his little gripper. Give me the key.
You'll put a key in your little grippers.
He's gonna test that the key works on the door.
You see that the door is locked, and it does indeed unlock it.
Okay, all right. Beetle will turn to the group and just nod. He doesn't look very enthusiastic though.
No. This is perhaps the most interesting guy I met in like a week. So, I'm into doing this.
Who was the
Or
one
you can't
before
just say
that?
Who's the one before that?
Why not?
All right.
He's right there. He can hear you. You can't just say that when people can hear you.
Dude, you're in. Hey, Holic.
I think
He
it's
snaps
fine.
His finger. Hey, Holic snaps his finger and points at him. You're interesting.
Stop!
Thanks, sweetheart. He blushes.
I
I love Holic. We must protect Holic.
Yes. Truly the most gremlin of all NPCs. We need to protect the man. He will not betray us at all.
He ain't got a nose. What could he do?
Yeah, the
Okay.
man ain't got a nose. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he's not
mount
gonna
his
stick his-
fence.
You say that he's definitely not prone to sticking his nose in other people's business.
Zoran, I'm pulling out of the campaign. I'll see you later.
Yeah, we had a good campaign. We had a good run.
That was it.
That was the breaking point. No. All right. So,
Okay.
what you guys doing? You're at the door.
Grandma,
Hard-
you can see well in the dark, right? What if
No.
it's dark in there? You can't?
No.
You're the
why don't
one,
you
dude.
guys, Why don't you guys let me poke my
I have a
peepers
torch,
in
though.
there? Yeah, well, we don't want to alert them yet. Maybe just what if we crack it? Let me poke my peepers in there and let's see what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
All right.
Hard
take a
pulls
step
out
back
the
then.
hand.
I'll take a step back then so the torch does not accidentally alert whatever might be in there.
Due to Hart entering his mountain stance, he becomes, for chat to know, he becomes like rock solid throughout his entire body. He doesn't dodge, he just takes it. And
Nice.
thus he stands in front of everyone else, just in case.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of mountain stance, can I go ahead and have my shield raised, Zoran?
Sure.
Okay.
And Beetle's just gonna scamper up between Heart's feet.
Yeah.
So Heart doesn't have to move.
okay.
Feel free to open the door. One of you can click it. It's okay. It won't
Yeah,
bite
press
you.
the
There you
button.
go. Foundry allows you to
But-
open doors and stuff in a line of sight, which is cool.
Heart whispers, "What does your kobold eye see?"
Well, the lights are on, so don't worry about my peepers, I guess.
What you see in front of you, Beetle, and others who wish to enter inside of the room, you see plants in various bottles and such, all lining the walls here on shelves, along with a table with various alchemical bits and books and scrolls and such, mortal and pestle, various alchemical things. You see rugs that have been torn and stained with various liquids you have no knowledge of. But if you want to step further inside, you currently see nothing.
Yeah.
I'd like to get I'd like to get like a little just a sniff, a whiff. I'd like
Go
to
ahead.
see if I can.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Roll-
you have
roll
the
a
scent
perception.
ability.
Yeah.
Perception.
Smell.
Ah!
Oh,
I got
that's
a one.
natural one.
Too much raw
And-
sewage.
Oh no!
All you can smell is the
Because-
poo-poo.
Because that is
Smelly
a
poo-poo.
natural one, I get to go through our complication list. So,
Great.
thankfully, since a natural one happened,
So, do you want? What is a complication, Soren?
yeah. So
Please,
to
please tell us what a
explain,
complication is.
to explain what that means, what we do for Narrative Declaration or on our Patreon, we allow people to submit failure results, and what we're trying to get it kind of more refined and rock grind. For this campaign, for this group, we've all agreed that if you roll a natural one, you cannot hero point it. You are stuck with it. You're not allowed to
Yep.
re-roll it and still get the complication. You fail right out. Like, you don't get the re-roll, so which makes it a little extra spicy. So we do have a large sheet here, so I need to see if we have one in perception. Unfortunately, Thurston takes care of this list, so it might take me a little bit to find one. I do apologize. So as we're going through here, I will tell you, Gray, that if you guys want to enter inside the room and role play a little bit to save some time for me as I search.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Before that-
smell beauty. It smells so good inside. It's like you, in this world of time that Rotgrind is based in, you may have adventured through places, or various places that have like field of flowers, and it's gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. It smells gorgeous. It's addictive to you. You want to be in this room all the time by this scent. Like, I'm not saying you are going to. I'm saying this is what it would
It's
feel
easy
like.
to, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to take your agency away, but that's what someone would feel. So take with that what you will.
Yeah.
Pollock is growing no nip.
It's like straight up a garden within what is otherwise like a rundown dark fantasy renaissance city. So yeah, the contradictive nature of this makes Heart go, oh no, it's so good.
So these smells would absolutely just kind of disarm Gray. She'd just be like, it just completely just throws her off. She's just like, oh.
I
And
have
she's
your
kind of like,
complication.
she's kind of limp. She's kind of limp. She's just like, oh,
I have
it smells
your,
so good.
I have your complication, which is fucking perfect. So thank you to our Patreon member, My Name Jers, for this amazing complication that fits great because you're in a sewer that says, nobody expects the 7th sewer discharge pipe. Pretty much, player rolls a perception check. If they succeed, they notice the pipe and spin an action to avoid braining themselves on it. If they fail, they smack their head into a randomly placed sewage discharge pipe and gain the clumsy status effect until they spend 2 actions to gather their bearings, or until a certain amount of time has passed and decided by the game master. Thank you, Jers, for that lovely complication.
Oh, no.
Roll me. I want to mess with it a little bit and roll me a reflex save.
Oh.
God damn it.
Soren, while that reflex save is being obtained, how can other people submit their?
By going to our Patreon at patreon.com/narrative declaration, where if you do our complication tier or antagonist tier, you get to submit your own.
Yeah.
You have a full guide.
I rolled a 14 for that reflex.
Not enough.
Oh no.
You are clumsy.
How would I add that
Can you
to myself?
describe
I
Thank
got
you.
you. I got
how
you.
you
Thank you.
smack your head on the pipe, man?
You're gonna have clumsy. You're gonna have clumsy one until
All right.
until some time is gone.
All right.
Yeah,
Alright,
but thank you so
so-
much for that.
She's totally disarmed. She's like wandering around. She's like, her eyes are closed. She's just sniffing around, and she's just lost in the sauce. And she just turns a corner and just boom, just a random pipe, just from the ceiling, just. She's just dazed. She's like, what?
The rest of the party just like leans back, does that.
Yeah.
When it happens, Hart holds out the hand and shouts, "Mom! I mean, Gray! Are you good? Are you good? Are you good? Are you
Are
good?"
you okay, Mima?
Which one of you said that? The left or the right?
Huh?
What?
Oh
The
no.
left heart or the right heart?
Hey, is that Beauty?
What?
Hey, good luck in there. I'm rooting for you. You see the door will shut, and you'll hear as the door locks.
Oh, that wasn't very
rooting
nice.
for us.
Well, he said he was gonna do it.
I get it.
What-
Plants.
What you see further inside, and all of you are in here, you see to the south of this room as a stone-walled room about it has about like 10 feet ceiling. What you see that is basically kind of crooning itself near the ceiling that needs a bit more room to grow even taller, or because the ceiling's in a way. It's a giant sunflower that you see, but you've never seen a sunflower like this. This thing is monstrous for what it is. And you see various vines kind of attached itself into the stone walls. But most importantly, you see that the vines are inside, or kind of attaching itself inside the coffin that's placed in front of it. But this thing is gorgeous. You can even think that Beetle could just rest in the center of this sunflower, like it's a big bed. It is that large. But as you are looking how
Feeding Beetle to the
magnificent this
sunflower.
is-
Got it.
Yeah, it's a huge looking sunflower with these thick ass veins just attached everywhere. But as you're inside this room, what would you guys like to do?
I would actually like to use. Oh, well, could I use my crafting skill to actually look around at the different plants and the various alchemical concoctions and books that are out and about, and see what has been being worked on, or what recipes maybe.
Go ahead and roll me a
Nice.
crafting check.
I love crafting. I rolled a 11 for a total of 18.
As you're looking around, you notice on the shelves various plants and stuff like that. You wouldn't recognize some of the plants or plants within the world of time that would make excellent spices for food. Some of these could be grounded up together and make things taste really, really nice. This seems to be the personal store of Holics, in addition to some of the bottles you see. Some are just general reagents and stuff, but some of you notice are alchemist fire and several other, such as flasks with acid in them.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
So I'm clumsy, but would I still be able to get a grasp on if something's different with some of these plants by using a nature roll?
Absolutely, go for it.
Yeah. Let's
Oh,
go,
yeah, you're a
clumsy grandma.
herbalist.
Clumsy grandma, go.
Let's
Clumsy
go, Grandma.
rolled a 9 total.
With the 9, you can't quite tell the difference. These seems a bit foreign to you. Maybe the seeds or the plant itself was bought from an exotic market and taken care of gingerly here.
While
Parts.
they're doing that,
Yeah,
can
go ahead.
I go over to what I assume is Beauty and take a peek at
Absolutely.
the special box at the man container?
No.
You, how do you want to
no.
interact with it? You just looking at it, or?
So while they're looking around at the plants and everything, just taking their sniffy sniffs, I'm gonna pop the soap out of my nose, put it in my bag as I slowly approach this box, and I'm gonna stand up on my tippy toes, and my big buggy yellow eyes are gonna like poke over the side of the box and creak. I lift the top and I look inside.
What you see inside, Beetle, is that as you begin to slowly lift the coffin, and a salt of horrible stench assaults
No.
you, and I need you to roll me a fortitude save.
No.
Oh no,
God.
Stinky!
Uh-oh, Stinky.
Stinky. Fortitude.
Left side of your character sheet.
It's under,
here it is.
it's under
Your
initiative.
saves.
Thank you. Got it.
That's a natural 20.
All right.
Yeah,
well, that's
Good roll.
that's the
Smells kind of
second-
sweet. Kind of hungry.
The second nat 20 from Froggy today.
You are not
Um,
assaulted by the smell, nor are you disgusted by what is there. But what is worse, what you see, are several giant-looking bugs. The size of your fists are crawling over this, like, melting corpse, which has begin to coalesce itself into like a black goo. And these things look at you and begin to and latch out of the coffin as begin to buzz violently and fly around you. We are now in combat, and you don't need to roll initiative because you've done so as you were looking around for things. So they will roll initiative.
Oh no!
Give me a moment
Oh
to
no,
roll.
they're
One of them
good.
roll an 8.
Oh no, they're
One
good.
of them, well, we're rolling
Don't
21.
trick
One
us.
rolled an 8, and another one rolled a 21. Let me get some awesome battle music for you all.
That's fucking
is-
disgusting.
Sorry,
See
made
what
us
we're
roll
gonna get.
stealthy initiative. Fiend!
All right, the battle has begun. So the first of the initiative order is Beetle. You see these things buzzing all around you. These things are vicious, looking like black, goopy things begin to fall off of their serrated stuff. And what you see, what they look like, in which I will show it to chat here.
Oh yeah, I drew
Give me
these
a
guys
moment.
too.
You did the artwork from like a long time ago. You can get this
Oh.
monster on the Patreon, by the way.
Ew!
It's
Oh,
all
he's kinda
set blocked
cute.
and everything.
Oh, he's kind of cute, you know, except for like
Yeah, I
the
was like,
vicious,
eh,
you
and
know,
I was
like
like,
chitinous
aw.
claws and
I kind of like
you
him.
know, the dripping, you know, like
He's cute except for all of it.
He's a
soul
cute little
dissolving
rubber.
rot. Yeah.
That's a Beetle screams
Yeah.
delicacies and drops the coffin lid and raises his crossbow. And
Yeah.
for my first turn, I would like to devise a stratagem on this guy, and I want to see what's going to happen if I strike him with it's not arrow, a bolt. Okay, that's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, for the fight of stratagem, just to teach people what's going on. Basically, what you're doing is that you're like Sherlock Holmes, and a little bit like, if I can cross over here, 9 degrees to here, up here a little bit more. He's gonna get a flash trajectory. He's gonna fire this.
Discombobulate.
Yeah,
Discombobulate.
You're doing that, and you're seeing, okay, what am I gonna hit? And if you go for that, you're gonna do some extra damage with your intelligence modifier. So you would roll a 16. You're confident you would hit. Would you like to continue, or?
Yes.
Awesome. So you take that roll. You roll with your devise a stratagem. You get plus
I
in
sure
your
did,
intelligence
yeah.
You get strategic strike with more persistence damage, and you do 9 points of damage to it. And
Nice points of damage.
you take it down immediately. You see that thing just pretty much nails itself right up to the wall.
And
As you
for
kill
my...
it with one shot.
Fuck yeah! For my final turn, Beetle will run away. Still screaming.
Bug jumps out of coffin. Beetle. Ah, bug! Run.
Like the fact that it's that small, it's freaking huge for a bug, but still that it's that small, and all Beetle needs to do is like pull out their crossbow and just shoot it in a single swoop. That's skill. That is pure skill.
Thank you.
Okay. So you did one device stratagem, 2 to shoot, and 3 to move. So those are your 3 actions that you've done, because we're using Pathfinder Second Edition as a reminder. Now is one of theirs turn.
Oh no.
And and as it buzzes around, you see that it will hide inside of the coffin itself.
Oh.
And begin to hear even more buzzing. Even more inside the coffin.
You.
Tellem, you still see one buzzing around. What do you do?
All right, so have my 3 actions. So for my first action, I am going to raise my shield. Raising a shield is normally
you already got it. So you already.
Oh, I already have it up. Okay, so
yeah, you did that before you came in, so I got that.
Yeah.
You got that. Default.
Okay. So just to explain for those who are watching who are unfamiliar with it, raising a shield is basically, it works different than it does in other systems. When I raise my shield, I actively give myself an AC bonus, and because of my class, I'll have additional abilities. But because I already have that going, I will actually target this other rot fly, and I have a weapon that is called an asp coil, and it is a sword that can switch between 5 and 10 foot reach because it's essentially a whip sword. So I'm going to spend my first action to use a spell strike, which is a class feature of the mages. So basically how that works is I do a normal attack roll, which I will do with my asp coil, and I have to roll for that. I roll a 17 in total for a hit.
Yep.
And then I will roll my regular damage. I'm using Gouging Claw. I'm using a cantrip. And normally I have to declare that in the beginning, but I forgot.
So normally they are 2 different attack rolls, right?
No, it's one attack roll.
No. The attack roll basically
normally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
normally they are
you
2
do
different
use
attack rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I thought you meant something else. My bad.
Yeah, no, that's a class feature of the mages, is they can use 2 attacks to incorporate a spell that has an attack roll, and along with one of their attacks. And so in this case, I am using Gouging Claw, and so then I will roll the damage for Gouging Claw, and that is an additional 5 damage on top of the 4 that I already did. And
excellent.
So that's 2 actions. And for my last action, I will use that action to enter into Arcane Cascade, which is what a magus can do anytime they use a spell strike. Is essentially they use the leftover energy to enter a stance, and they do a little bit of extra damage. And depending on their class, they get extra benefits. In my case, I get extra toughness on my shield for whenever I want to use a shield block feature.
Awesome. So with all your damage together, you see this thing, like your ass coil, just snake out, because your ass coil has reach, so you don't have to be directly adjacent to it. You see it go out through it. How do you kill this thing? It's just buzzing in the air.
So as it crawls out, Beetle fires at one, takes the other one down. Tellem essentially whips out with this almost chainsaw-like blade that's connected by small chains, and it whips through the air and is what's the word I'm looking for?
Bisects?
Yeah, it bisects it as it is now made supernaturally sharp by his magic, and he whips it back in and clicks it into a regular looking sword.
Nice. And you see the body falls. Gray, what you're noticing, there's a buzzing is going through. You notice that something else enters the fight as a whole bunch of buzzing begins to go forward. You see a whole bunch more show up. You see a whole bunch begin to burst out of it itself, and you see that there's a swarm of them coming out of the coffin. They begin to torrent throughout inside the area, pretty much taking little nibbles and bites of everything around them. Gray, it is currently your turn.
Ah, that's a lot. Oh my god. Okay.
This is bad.
This is bad. Immediately going to hunt prey on that big old that everything.
Yes, that over there. That
The all of it.
Oh, that's bad.
God, oh my god.
Remember that one is like the size of a human skull.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Gray is still kind of thrown off guard by like the smells and everything. So she's just going to do her best to try and hit one of these fucking things with her crossbow. Everyone pray.
Let's go, Grandma. Let's go, Grandma. Let's go, Grandma.
Let's go, Grandma. Let's go, Grandma. I rolled a 16
Yes.
to hit. Damage. That is 12 damage.
Actually, that is an excellent hit. And
I'm gonna
with
use my last one to
that-
reload.
Yeah, you see that as it pierces through, it is fairly effective as you get multiple in there. You do see that it's not doing as well as you hoped. But it still takes damage. Oh, not 26? Jesus, hold up. Not supposed to take 26 damage? Hold up.
Oh, take it. Take the 26 damage. Please don't do mercy.
You do that. I think that's how it works. Yeah, there we go. All right.
Yeah.
That's it.
There we go.
Yeah.
I gotta tell the Justin. Good shot. You deal 12 points of damage. You see your arrow or your bolt rather, just basically carve through several of them. Heart, it is now your turn.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Grapple
This-
the swarm.
Cab, here's the problem. Hear me out. How do you grapple like 40 creatures?
Really big hug.
That is correct! I move over here as my one action. One action to move over here. And then, Soren, I wish to perform a flurry of blows. A flurry of blows for everyone at home allows me to perform 2 unarmed attacks for 1 single action. But the most important part when fighting something like a swarm is that I get to combine the damage that I do with both of them, if I hit both of them, that is, to oversee things like resistance, which I assume this thing will have. So yes, I will. That is what I will do.
You're swatting the flies with your fists.
I am. Hart will reach back his arms as far as he can, and then he will just smack his hands together.
Oh my
and we'll,
god.
Oh my
And
god.
we'll see how many flies are dying from that.
Somebody in chat said it. The deal. And I just imagine it's just Hart just rapidly swatting with big old yowie hands.
Okay, I'm going to use my last hero point to reroll that because I would like to hit something.
Yeah, because you rolled a 13.
Yeah. So let's reroll that. And yes, I get a 25!
Excellent. Nice.
Yes.
Let's freaking go.
And then I roll damage, and that is 9 damage, followed up by my second attack. Let's see if I can apply something else to this. No, I saw a 19. I saw a 19 on die, but no, it's the result of 6. And with that, I will perform my last action, Zoran. My last action will be to travel over here, right next to me. Just a single step. But the most important part about this is to be the group tank. You sometimes need to make sacrifices. So I will take a single steppy over here. Let me see here. Yeah, like over here. To try to make sure that I am the biggest target for the big thing. Please kill it. Please kill it. Please kill it. Please kill it.
It's a process. Okay.
You climb over the coffin and start to position yourself after basically doing various punches and going and you basically just do a bunch of punches, but you feel it's not really effective. You see it's really hard to kind of get at it with your little grabbers, and your fists and such. So it doesn't take as much damage, only taking about 4 points of damage even after you're 9.
But I might be taking its attention.
Yeah, we'll see. Beetle.
Beetle looks down at his crossbow and then up at the thousands of fucking bugs and goes, and he turns to look at the table right next to him. Can I use my crafting skill to try and check out what's on the table? I already know Tellem did this, so we know out of character there's some acidic stuff here. But I want to see if Beetle
I
can
assume
learn that.
Tellem would have in character said, "Hey, look."
Did he? Did you?
I'm asking Tellem if you did. If you did, okay. You did not. Go ahead and make me a check.
Okay.
That was my game master way of saying,
no.
complicated. Oh boy, who's gonna complicate? Let me see.
Like I appreciate the open, but I didn't do it, and that is something I will have to work on.
That's absolutely okay, because that means that's a gameplay thing.
Yep.
That's gonna be real fun. Let me look through the complication seed.
That's you, Tellem. It's all your
Get
fault.
better at the game, Froggy.
It's all
You're
your
just
fault.
complicated.
Zoran, would you say that it would be appropriate that if someone submits a complication that is specific for a specific player, you would still use it?
In our guide, we tell people not to do that. Keep it varied.
Okay.
Don't do
Okay,
specifics, because then it makes it 5 times harder and you'll never see it. In our guide, we tell you to do it broadly, because if you're just like, I just want Funny Man to do funny thing, we ignore it sometimes.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's a thing I can.
Nope.
I don't think anyone did a crafting check one.
Hardest disappeared. Oh, there you go.
No, I'm back.
Yeah.
Let me see. Maybe we'll do. Okay, well, I'll take this one. It probably not. Yeah, we'll take this one. So I'll take one from GC Rust. Thank you so much for this complication called A Sticky Situation. We'll try to morph it to our needs.
Thanks
His
so
complication
much.
says the player's actions has unintended consequences of discovering a potent sticky substance that is both stubborn in its removal and disgusting in its inherent sickness. The player is drained 1 until the rest, or they find a body of clean water, which allows them to remove this condition.
God damn it!
Oh no! You got the goop.
We'll
Soren,
say that
You got gooped.
I got Gwyneth Paltrow!
Do you want to tell us and also the chat what drained is? Because that's a big deal.
It is.
Yes, let me get
nasty.
the actual ruling for it. The cool thing about Foundry is that when I apply it as a diva for the players, will actually automatically do all the math, so anything effective will do it. But what drained does, drained as the rule, when a creature successfully drains you of blood or life force, you become less healthy. Drained always includes a value, taking the status, You lose a number of hit points equal to your level times the drained value, and your maximum hit points are reduced by the same amount. For example, if you're hit by an effect that inflicts drain 3 in your 3rd level creature, you lose 9 hit points. You reduce your maximum hit points by 9. Losing hit points doesn't count as taking damage. You take a full night's rest. Your draining decreases by 1. So you pretty much lose a bit of your maximum HP.
Okay!
So pretty much, it's pretty much 1 times your level. So you're level 2, so your maximum HP goes down by 2. So let's just say, just for the sake of it, just minus 2 HP for you for now, and we'll do, unless you've already changed your HP. But
No, it's no problem.
okay, actually, Drain should have already done that, so you don't have to mess with anything. So,
Oh.
yeah, sorry, I forgot. Foundry does the cold match stuff, so it already does it for you, so you're good.
Okay.
So you are currently, you've tried to grab on the thing. I'm starting to take player energy from you just for the complication.
That's okay.
Then you try to
that's
grab onto it, and then it's like, like it spills over. You're like, oh, there, I see one. And it knocks over from all the commotion, all the swarms bouncing stuff everywhere in the shells, and it falls on you like, bleh.
Yeah. So Beetle's just screaming in the background, covered in Elmers.
Oh no!
Can I?
You've become the taffy.
Tell me if you don't want me to do this, but can Beetle grab a bottle at random from on the table to throw at the insects?
Absolutely.
Without knowing what it is, yeah.
Roll me 1d4.
You got it.
On
we go.
a one, it's a healing potion.
Oh, no.
Don't do it.
Can
It's a 4.
hard.
oh
All
So
right.
Beetle screaming, he's covered in Elmers. He gropes around on top of the table, slapping the wood, grabs a bottle, turns and throws it at the
Okay, so that's
botfly
going to
swarm.
take 2 actions. 1, you're looking around for 1. 2, to grab one. And then 3, to throw it. So what I'm going to do,
Yeah, you
I'm
got
going
it.
to give you an Alchemist Fire in your inventory, which you now have.
Okay, cool.
You can, I will click this draw button in your character sheet for you, so you have it wielded.
Well, thank you.
It usually takes an action to interact, but also you've grabbed it at this point, so you now have it in your hand. Now go ahead and target the swarm and do the strike button there, because it's your first attack on it.
Oh, the strike. Oh, there it is.
Strike
No,
in
wait,
your,
no.
yeah, in your action thing in your character sheet, in your actions there.
What the frick?
You'll see Alchemist Fire there, lesser.
Oh, there it is. Thank you.
There
Hee hoo hee.
And unfortunately, it misses. You do have a hero point.
I'll use it. I'll use my hero point. I'm rolling again. Let me roll again. Put it back in my hand, please.
Man,
Mr.
those
DM.
20s really took it out of you, huh?
yeah. So I'm not gonna try and like stop your action, Froggy. But Zoran, as Beetle picks up a vial and goes to throw it at the swarm, would Tellem see that Beetle is doing this, or is it like too focused on the combat and everything like that?
I'll say that you notice.
Okay. Turns around, looks, eyes wide, and it's like, no, you sticky fool! No!
I'm hero pointing it.
I've counted
it's
down
like
your
one
hero
of those
point.
things where it goes in slow motion and the bottle is rolling off the tips of his fingers in the air, and then you hear Tellem going.
Yeah, 'cause I don't want to like I don't want to try and like metagamer stuff, but it's just like
Yeah, try to stop him. Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
role
it's just like,
play.
no.
You're playing a game. You're playing a game.
Yeah.
It's
role
okay.
play.
yeah.
So I can't throw it again because it counts as already thrown. You have to put it
Right
away
click
afterwards,
in the
please.
chat. Right click in the chat there. Remember, we taught that yesterday.
Yeah.
We will using a hero point in the chat.
Oh,
in
you're
Foundry.
right. We were using your play. Ah.
Oh, I saw that,
Silly,
Tony, for a moment. Okay, so
She rolled a 12.
unfortunately, it splashes to the side, just, and it begins to burn the flower slowly.
Oh, no.
So, Thorin, I know that it's not good for me to say this, but isn't that a splash weapon?
I have to check if you remember. Let me
Yeah,
see. Splash damage was only due for alchemist. I don't know if that's a thing for alchemist or for splashing. I'll go check real quick. I can look it up real fast. So basically, the thing they were asking is that on a failure, but not clearly the target of the attack still takes the splash. Okay, cool. We're good. Yeah, you still take the damage. Sorry, I thought it was an alchemist only thing. So yeah, so Beetle, it still takes splash damage even though you miss. So for splash damage type weapons, like the alchemist fire, even though you miss, they still do splash damage because it's still doing that type of stuff. So it will still take the splash damage. And what's awesome is that you see that it's effective, and this thing will take, let me click the damage button here just so I can get the right stuff here. And you will see that it will take, all right, adding on to the stuff, a lot of damage from that splash damage. So you still did good. You still did damage, Beetle.
As everything
Thank
starts
you for reminding me,
catching,
Salty.
Don't worry about
Beetle hollers and he goes, you don't think that's beauty, right? I'm pointing at the flaming sunflower.
But he just screaming back, what else could be it?
Oh, God! Put out the flower!
So with that, it's
it.
now
On it, bro.
it's now the swarm's turn, and it does not go for you, Heart. It goes to the ones that burned it.
No, please. I'm just a little guy, please. Please, I'm just a little guy, no.
The consequences of Froggy's actions.
Hubris. No.
No, I'm covered in Elmers, please.
Now you're covered in rot flies.
They're glued to me.
They all.
And they are burning.
This is our secret strategy the entire time. Turn Beetle into fly paper.
So not only are they sticking together into a glob of like black icky goop, they are also burning.
Yeah, they're on fire and glued to me. Great. Fuck.
Oh no,
They-
the hubris of my own action.
Oh no.
They will begin to swarm. Tons of them begin to just basically buzz all around you. Their serrated little feet begin to cut into you. I need Gray and Beetle to roll me a reflex save.
Okay. I rolled a 19 total.
I also rolled a 19 total.
That is awesome because both of you are able to succeed. You're able to either like hide behind, like either any way you like to take cover from these things, holding up something, whatever. You succeed and you are not affected.
Beetle
by
dives
these
under
things.
the table. Oh.
With that, unfortunately, one inside that coffin that hid away is still alive, buzzes up, and comes after you, Heart.
Oh, nice.
It takes an action. The bird will zzz right up to you. And it will
Oh
try to
shit, a
strike you.
fly.
It hits with a
sure as heck
23,
Oh.
and it does 5 points of damage to you. Which it will do. And then it also, as it got near to you, it'll be on your arm. It'll try to bite you,
Oh.
but it fails. It critically missed. And that's the end of its turn. Tellem, stuff's happening.
I will see the flower on fire. Heart is being assaulted by that bug. Beetle has glued himself to the floor. Gray is also, surrounded by the bugs. Like
The
will turn
flower is
around.
on fire.
Yeah. Tellem will turn around to face the swarm, and he will keep his shield raised and interpose between the two of them, which is essentially me renewing, raising my shield, which gives me extra AC, and also works against certain effects due to my arcane cascade. And then that is my first action. I will use my second action to then target the swarm, and for 2 actions, cast.
The token will be there. I'm just making sure
Okay.
chat can also see their HP. Someone mentioned it, like, I can't see their HP. I'm like, oh crap, forgot to set that setting. My bad. You can now see their HP. My bad, chat.
Yeah. And for my action, I will use 2 actions to cast Produce Flame at it. Okay, which means I need to do an attack roll. And I will roll I rolled a total of a 10. I'm going to hero point that.
Excellent.
We roll that using a hero point. That is significantly better. That is a total of an 18 and a hit. and then I will roll damage for it, which is 1d4 plus my spellcasting modifier for a total of 4 fire damage to it. And
Awesome.
as Tellem hunkers behind his shield and throws fire at the swarm, he will look at Hart and be like, "Put out the flower! Put out the flower! Put out the
I'm
flower!"
on it.
And that is the end of my turn. That is all 3 actions.
Awesome. Great. It's your turn. Bugs are everywhere. These disgusting,
God.
like
Oh,
black
God.
viscous
Oh,
things are all over you. What do you do?
Oh God! During all of this, Gray dives out of the mass towards the flower, rips off her cloak to throw onto the flower, so to try and put it out. Because oh God, that's not supposed to be on fire. We need that to not be on fire.
How do you put out the fire?
By trying to smother the fire with her cloak.
Your cloak. Okay.
She's just like taking off. She's just like. Poof.
Go ahead. God, what would be a good check for this? Do me a.
She is the herbalist.
I'll give you a choice. I'll let you do either a nature check or an acrobatics check.
I will do a nature.
Yeah.
I will
let's do
roll
that.
a nature.
Yeah, that or survival.
I rolled a 9. I would like to
Sorry.
hero point that.
Hey.
Here, I didn't give you enough options before you rolled. I apologize. That's my fault. Was survival a better chance for you?
They're both the same number.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and hero point it then.
All right. Please. That's a 9.
It's the same number.
It's the
oh
same
no.
number.
Why
does
does this
number
always
down.
happen?
You try in vain to just try to put out the flame. You put some flames out, but not enough.
Ugh.
You could try one more time if you'd like.
Yes, I'd like to try one more time.
All right, go for it.
Same roll?
Same roll.
Chad is evil. They're just like, and the cloak catches on fire.
21.
That is a 21. You succeed by putting a lot of the fire out. You know, if you do a little bit more effort, the fire will be extinguished. But
Yes,
that is the
okay.
end of your turn. Hearts.
Yes.
Got a
One
fly in
note.
front of you.
Straight up do before I do anything. Min,
Yes.
you are a herbalist, right?
Yeah. No, I ended up not taking that.
You didn't. Okay, cool.
No.
Cool. Nice. I just wanted to check. Yeah. So this fly right here, the one that I went, oh shit, a fly,
Uh-huh.
and it's now on me. I would like to strike this little boy with my hand, and I will use Fleur of Blows because it's just still 1 action for 2 attacks, baby.
Yeah.
Nice.
Action economy. I slap it.
That's a natural
That's a
one.
nat one.
Yeah.
That's 3
Gotta
nat
go to the
ones!
complication sheet.
Yes! Oh my god!
May
ahead
I
and
request
do
a
your-
thing, Thorin?
What's that?
Are there any rot-based ones?
I can't tell. I really have to go through the entire spreadsheet that we have.
Okay.
so you're just gonna have
Just
to
grab
do
one.
it.
Just grab one then.
Let's see. Okay, we'll take this
Wow.
one from Patreon member Reddish. Thank you so much for your complication called flinching. A sudden flinch in your thought process makes you question your recent actions. You have to make a save to see. Runs forward, You didn't put a thing here.
Is it a will
Okay.
save?
Okay, we're gonna modify their thing. I don't know where their full thing is, but this is what we'll do. Make me a save. Make me a
Will?
save, or your next attack is at a -2. So we're gonna do
Okay.
it as a reflex save, as you thinking this thing's gonna go. So thank you, Red, this for your complication.
It is a 19 on my reflex
Got
save.
19. I was gonna make you try to beat an 18. You succeeded. Your another attack goes just fine.
Heck yes. So next attack then. I swat away the fly. No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Oh,
So
got one
with
action left.
with this fly on my that's 1 action, my dude.
Oh, that's right. You did a thing. my bad.
Close. Yeah, so I'm trying to swat away this fly, but it has its pincer grips in me. So it goes like, okay, you're hanging in there then. for one action, I fetch my water skin. And as my last action, with this fly on my arm, I am going to pour some water over this flower. That is
Excellent. I won't make you do a check for it. You just
guess.
and the fire is extinguished.
nice.
Poor beauty.
All right,
For
that's
blaming
the end
the
of your
rock
turn.
line.
My turn.
No, that's right. I keep thinking. I'm sorry. I keep thinking it's 2 actions. You have 1 action left. My bad. It's my fault. My bad.
No, that's
Not
my
used to
turn.
monks. Oh, is it? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, like 1 action to fetch my object, 1 action to put it out.
That's right. My bad. I keep thinking monks have like 50 actions, so it keeps messing.
They do. They straight up do. Their
All right.
superpower is cheating.
Beetle.
Action
It is
economy.
your
What is
turn.
that?
I have a question about this stony room that we're in. Are there any cracks in the walls, any decrepit regions that, I don't know, some slick little guy might be able to use their slither ancestry feat where they can cram themselves into very small, tight spaces?
I didn't design the room with anything like that in mind. If you had a hero point to make a narrative declaration, that would have been an excellent thing to have.
Can
All right,
I
in
make a
that
narrative
case-
declaration?
With
You
the,
sure
with the-
can.
I use my final hero point
Oh.
to do a narrative declaration for Beetle, since
What?
Frog has no hero points left.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
For Beetle's cowardice? Awesome. So as this this crack opens up in the floor.
It's always been there behind the shelves. It was cleverly hidden behind some pots.
It's always been there.
Yeah.
Beetle runs from the rot flies, and I like to use my slither feet to cram myself into the hole and hide.
Absolutely. And to answer someone can use hero points not in your turn. Normally you can only use them on your turn, but we do a thing called narrative declaration, which allows us to do some fun little role play bits like this. So if it encourages role play and fun moments or so, I encourage it. I like our players having fun. So yes.
All right. So I'm
What
gonna
I-
have to.
What I wanted to do with the narrative declaration was that that Holic has more or less had there was a bunch of like, sewer pipes in here, but he has put away a few of them and just unscrewed a few of them, but there is one that is still there.
So I have to roll an acrobatics check to succeed on my squeeze, I think.
Yeah, let's see.
Yes.
So you are an expert in moving through extremely tight places. You can gain the quick squeeze skill, even if you're not trained in acrobatics. But you roll a success on acrobatics check to squeeze, and a critical success. Yeah, so go and roll me acrobatics.
Yeah.
I think it's like DC 10.
That is an 18.
With that, you slither in just fine.
The kobold is a non-Newtonian liquid.
Because I'm such a hostile game master. As you go inside the crevice, you find it's filled with spiders.
No! Oh my God!
And you're
With that,
still covered in glue. No.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Eat them, Beetle, eat them.
It is.
Oh, Beetle has to
Spiders
eat
now
them on his
powered.
way in. He has to eat them to make room for himself. He's like Pac-Man as he's going into the hole head first.
Oh no.
It is now the swarm's turn, and it goes to you, Tellem.
Yes, it does.
And it begins to all around. I need you to make me a reflex save.
I will make a reflex save. I rolled an 18 for a total of 24 on the reflex save.
You succeed. Nothing happens to you as they basically all around. What else happens?
Nice.
So now that it's the other fly's turn, you see that this thing will begin to buzz away from you, Hearts, and it goes up to the swarm itself, and it does an ability called Join the
Right.
Swarm.
Right.
What it does, it goes into the swarm itself, joining into it. And what happens is that it heals the swarm a little bit, and it will heal it 6 points with the D6.
Oh, God.
The right fly is no more as it joins the swarm.
I can't believe that rotfly was Kerrigan.
Tellem, it is your turn.
It is my turn. Let me see. All right, so you know what? I'm actually going to. If I move through the swarm, do I take any damage or anything like that?
No, you can move through it.
Okay, I can freely move through it. All right. So in that case, I'm going to. Come on, let me.
Sorry, the swarm is probably on you, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I could select myself. Okay, so I was gonna move over here, out of the swarm. Okay. I was gonna spend an action to keep my shield raised, so I have to retoggle that up, and that gives me an additional 2 AC because I'm using a heavy steel shield. And then I will use my last action to target the swarm and attack it with my asp coil. And that
awesome.
is
Let's see it.
Regular strike for roll of 14
Nice.
plus 7, so a total of 21.
Nice.
And
nice.
I do 8 damage and an additional point of slashing damage on top of that from my arcane stance.
Awesome. Unfortunately, you see that the slashing damage is not doing all that great, but you do cut a couple of them down as you deal a little bit of damage to the swarm. And I think that'll be the end of your turn, because that was 3
That
actions.
will be the end of my turn. All 3 actions done.
Gray, it is your turn.
Okay. I would like to go. Okay, now that the flower is out, it's out, correct? Yes, we put it out. Yes.
Yes, it's out. You're good.
All right. I'd like to go up to the swarm, brandishing my smoking sword, and I'd like to Beyblade my way through it. Just
Yeah!
right, and a roll. That is a
You hit.
16. It hits.
Nice.
Yeah. The damage of 8.
You do 8 points of damage, and with all of that combined, with all the fire damage you guys have been doing to it, it's been burning all of the flies. They all begin to drop onto the ground, and they all fall dead.
I forgot you had that.
I didn't.
So with that, you've been able to defeat all of the flies that are inside. There's still a stench coming from the coffin. You see that beauty is still holding on just fine, even after a little bit of burning.
Oh.
Dang.
Okay. Beetle
Hey,
wiggles out of his hidey hole.
Beetle, you good?
Beetle
Oh,
puts
there,
up
dear.
Yeah, Beetle puts up both hands for Gray.
She leans over and helps get him out of the little wiggly hole. She just holds him, patting his head. There, dear. There.
I'm covered in I don't know what.
I know. We'll get that taken care of.
Please don't
Sticky.
wash me in the green poo-poo water outside.
I'll think about it.
No. Okay. Here, I've got the key. We can get out of here now, please. And Beetle pass Gray the key.
She takes the key. All right, let's get out of here. We did our job.
You head over to the door, and you notice that there's not a side of the lock on this side of the door.
Oh, son of a...
That bitch!
What you will hear though, is a skink as it opens and a little crack forms, and Holic will peek over and go, I hope everything went good in there. Are you? Oh, you're alive. Thank
There's a
you.
burning pile behind us. Yeah.
It's just like, you're alive. And like Tellem is like standing back there with his arms crossed. He's like, yeah, let's go with that.
Hey,
You'll see
bro,
that Holic.
your mulch is rotten.
Oh, is Beauty okay? Yes, the product was a bit tainted, it seems.
A bit.
Yes, it looks to be a bit of a case of. You'll lift the coffin lid a bit and go, and no reaction because he has no nose. You'll put the lid down like, white, filled with rot. It is. I will make sure that this is extracted. Seems the bodies I took to feed Beauty were a bit soiled.
So are my pants right now.
So,
Beetle's not wearing pants.
is this our first encounter with the rot? Or would you say that each of us have
Yes.
encountered it in other means?
I'll say if you are a native of Outset, like the rot is kind of like for lore for the audience, the rot is something that it's slowly but surely corrupted the world of Tyne. It either affects people's mental states, their minds, like messes with their entire body and such. It does a lot of horrific things to people. It's been slowly but surely encroaching the world itself. But you guys have probably came in touch with it, but probably don't know much about it. You know it exists, but you don't know. You've probably barely seen it, or if you have, you probably didn't know what it was. You thought just like mold or something.
So those were probably regular flies at one point.
You do not know.
We do
If
not
you look like a nature
know.
check,
We do not
you might be able to
know.
recall some knowledge, see if you know what those things were. Maybe you do know what they are.
Nah. Hard for them.
So, what was I gonna say? As I forgot his name.
Holic.
Holic, that's what it was. I wanted to call him Harold for some reason. So Holic is just like, seems there's a bit of rot. Like Tellem will actually kind of like lean over as he lifts up the lid and everything like that, and like he'll look at Holic. He's like, rot. It's like, is that that black ichor?
Yes.
Does it have
It's-
certain properties?
Oh, you do not want to touch that. He kind of closes the lid back after you've lifted it up a bit. He's like, best to throw it off the side.
After seeing what it's done, I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, you're gonna throw it off the side, right? And hey, thanks for the key, Oreo cookie looking ass, fucking ass. I can't even that. And
Well-
Beetle will take out the key and throw it at him.
You see,
Clean.
Holic will surprisingly catch it with ease, and he'll kind of put it in with his little his little long fingers and go, thanks.
Liam, you said you were going to do business with Hollandaise here or whatever, right?
Yes, I do believe that there's a certain reward due for services rendered, even well rendered, considering the situation. And Tellem will like notion towards the coffin, dangerous substances encountered. It's like, dear shopkeep Holic, you seem to have quite the menagerie here of things that would make quite good additions to, let's say, casual consumables.
Yes, I can discuss business over some tea. Why don't you come with me? We will talk more.
Tellem is actually like rubbing his hands together and like
looks so
like
uncomfortable.
visibly smiling through his eyes. It's like, yes, business.
And as Holic will motion you all to come with him outside of his workshop, that is where we're going to end it today.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Yo!
So
Thank
thank you
for
so
the sash cap.
Yeah.
Thank you! Clap.
Thank you all so very much for watching. Thank you so much for watching the first episode of Rotgoons. Thank you all to our absolutely lovely players. I'll kind of go down the horn. Please tell them where they can find you. Starting off with Minerva.
That's me! Hi, everybody. I'm Minerva. You can find me over at Twitch and Twitter at PartyDemoness. I am an artist and full-time variety streamer. So, hey, love to see you over in my neck of the woods.
Next up, we have the ever ghostly Kabhaal.
Hello, I am Kabhaal. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Kabhaal or over on Twitter at KabhaalVT. I am a horror and variety streamer. I also deal in art. I'm also a voice actor as well. You can catch me, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, generally in the mornings in Eastern time.
Then finally, we have our resident little guy, Froggyloch.
Hi, you can find me under Froggyloch pretty much literally everywhere. It's the only handle. I'm all over the place. I'm in your walls. I'm a professional artist and a variety streamer, and I'm predominantly on Twitch and Twitter, though.
A froggy in my walls? It's more likely than you think.
Oh my god, it's relevant to the campaign.
Yeah, that's right. I slithered in.
No, my wall!
The kobolds are in the walls. The kobolds are in the walls.
The best spent hero point of my life.
Thank you for spending a hero point so I can fucking cower in fear.
Yeah, no, well spent.
And with the towering fist of fury, we have SaltyJub.
Heck yeah, I am SaltyJub. I'm a little Swedish artist. I work for a bunch of cool people. You have seen some cool. If you have been watching this cool little adventure we're having right now, you'll be seeing some cool art. I have been drawing the cool NPCs and monsters that you have seen this episode. And you will probably see more of those in the future. Wow! You can find You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at SaltyJub.
And with that, I've been your host and game master, ZoranTheBear. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. Hope the audience enjoyed the session. If you really, really enjoyed the world or the setting that we do, we make our custom setting with on-call GMs, Partner Two Tell Stories, and me, and a whole bunch of you. Where we put a whole bunch of stuff together, and we have 3 big PDFs that you can enjoy. You can get a good primer of the world. There's a free Pathfinder Second Edition adventure and stuff as well. I put it in the chat there. If you are interested in tabletop stuff, want some free stuff, we have a lot of free PDFs for you, and those of you who contribute on Patreon might get some assets here. You will get some of the artwork and the tokens of Holoc here, some notes and game mastery notes and stuff that I'll pull up on Patreon for this as well, along with all the extra stuff we do for Rotgrind, our other campaign, and a whole bunch of stuff in behind the Patreon wall. So if you help us there, excellent. But remember, you can always watch the shows and stuff later on YouTube at pretty much youtube.com/narrative declaration, or they're doing the @ handles now, so @narrative declaration, and also follow our Twitter, all that stuff to stay tuned. And our website has our schedule. If you want to know when we're live next, because we will do this every other Saturday, we have our entire schedule on our website called narrativedeclaration.com. So if you're wanting to know when we're live with all of our shows, please check that out. Please check out our schedule. We have the PDFs up on the website as well, where you can find them, where you can see us, all that other stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you all have an amazing time. And I see you all next time. So long, farewell, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.